Booze on the ground, dust in your teeth. You trace every scar like a map underneath. Oh, ghosts in the smoke call out your name. You train for this moment, walk into the flame. Sharpen your steel, temper your shield, fasten your armor, the danger is real. No need to be scared, no time for fear. The danger is here, oh, you better be ready to fight. Breathe in your chest, can't start to shake. You steady your aim, let the doubt break. Brothers beside you, eyes are the stone. You're scared of the silence more than the unknown. Sharpen your steel, temper your shield, fasten your armor, the danger is real. No need to be scared, no time for fear. The danger is here, oh, you better be ready to fight. Helmets on the table, blood on the dome. You're still standing upright, so the training lives on. You turn from the battle, face the next light. Sharpen your steel, you'll be ready to fight. It's the call. Can you hear the call? I know you hear the call. Yeah. We ready, we ready, we ready. Bring it on, let's go. We ready, yeah. Strapped and ready, you know it. 100 round drum for the newbies. Wow. Always ready for the Call of Duty. Yeah. Boots lace tight, that grip on my palms. Tag on my chest, got a squad in my comms. Eyes on the map, every route, every spawn. We don't wait for the storm, we are the storm. Slide through smoke, red trace in the dark. Heartbeat up, but my aim stay sharp. Ping that mark, then we crash that door. If you came for a game, that movement better be on me. And you better pray, we're not in your lobby. We ready, we ready, we ready, we ready. Bring it on, let's go. We ready, yeah. Strapped and ready, you know it, you know it. 100 round drum for the newbies. Always ready for the Call of Duty. Plate up quick, hit a crunch in my ear. Enemies closing in, but my crew show no fear. Stim pack, stack another cluster in the bag. Once we we lock in sight. Whole lobby getting mad. Call out left and we swing to the right. Flashbang burst and it's lights out night. One team, one push and we hold that line. When the last one falls, know the win stays mine. Who's still standing? Who's still locked in? Every loss just fuel every fight we win. From the lobby to the very end. Same code, same plan. If you hear that call, then you know where I am. We ready, we ready, we ready, we ready. Bring it on, let's go. We ready, strapped and ready. You know. 100-round drum for the newbies. Always ready for the call of duty. Unshakable, following my lead, even when it's hard, ready to die, true heroes by far. I'll never let them down as long as I'm breathing. Don't care about the odds, I'm not leaving. Tell them Chief coming. Oh no, oh no. Tell them Chief coming. Oh no, oh no. Long as there is air in my lungs, I won't stop until the job is done. So go out there and tell them Chief coming.
Yeah. Just touched down on the planet. Yeah. Air hostile, but I managed. Yeah. Vasco sitting outside my ship, riding with a shorty named Janet. Yeah. She keeps telling me these stories about what they call banish. Yeah. Some shit about a dude named Chief. To me it just sounds like panic. just here in the star field, in the field, trying to make it in the star field, in the field. Yeah, I'm just a neon red, a new Atlantis feel, hoping to make my name in Starfield. I look at her like, come on, focus. Resources is what we need. I'll go mine that aluminum. Yeah. You can go grab them seeds. Couple more minerals here, and we'll leave as expected. Yeah. Right before I hear Vasco say, Captain, enemies detected. Yeah, I'm just here in the star field, in the field, trying to make it in Starfield, in the field. I'm just a neon red, a new Atlantis feel, hoping to make my name in Starfield. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just here in Starfield, in the field, trying to make it in Starfield. I'm just a neon, a new Atlantis, hoping to make my name in Starfield. Yeah, I'm just here in Starfield, in the field, trying to make it in. Trying to make it in. Yeah. Trying to make it in Starfield.
La 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 la. Skirt in the lobby, neon on the dash, name up on the bracket. Ready, set, flat. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'm welcoming you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn that curve. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. Digital city, checkpoints glow, you're in my mirror, getting close. Late apex on every turn, brake lights flash, feel the burn. Turbo heart in my chest, crowd the past, I'm obsessed. Every lap another dare, if you're beside me, better beware. Yeah. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'ma welcome you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn them down. We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. Last lap, white flag, do you feel that drag? Side by side, too close, who lets off, who chokes? We like it fast, we don't know how to slow down. We like it fast, you know how it's gonna go down. We like it fast, to the metal, always full throttle. When I pull up on ya, I'ma welcome you to my Forza world, heating the ties when we turn that curve. Do, 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 do. So do we do when the world is on our shoulders? What do we do when we're running out of time? So and my shield about strapped to my shoulder. My friends, they're with me as we walk into the night. Boots in the dust, This map curled in my pocket, laugh through the fear, yeah, we've heard this tale before. Scrapes on our knees, but our hearts stay locked on. Every step forward feels closer to something more. When the world is on our shoulders, what do we do when we're running out of time? My shield, bow strapped to my shoulder. The shoulder, my friends, they're with me as we walk into the night. When the world is on our shoulders, what do we do when we're running out of time? Sword and my shield, a bow strapped to my shoulder. Shoulder, my friends, they're with me as we walk into the night. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing. You know what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Only podcast you ever need for all your gaming and your tech needs. Is it AI or is it Lyriic? We don't know. 1000% accuracy for sure. She's the hostess with the most, and you know it. Mute Panda if you know this. Always hot and never mild. Wouldn't be Nero if it wasn't wild. Get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
I said, get your snacks, favorite chair. It's a go.
Sit back, just relax and enjoy the show.
Aim down sight, you know what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, you know what we doing. What we doing, what we doing. Aim down sight, what we doing. You know what we doing, what we doing. What we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. Eddie, you know. Eddie, you know. Eddie, you know. Aim down sight, aim down sight, aim down sight. What we doing? You know what we doing, what we doing. You know what we aim down sight. What we doing, what we doing. We aim down sight. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Aim down sight. Aim down sight. Booze on the ground.
Welcome everybody to episode 89, that's insane. 89 of Aim Down Sights, our amazing gaming podcast that I do with my fantastic co-host NextGenNero, and sadly Lyriic is not here this week. He yeeted his laptop when he saw that Gears of War was a console exclusive, so his laptop screen is broken. He didn't yeet it, but I'm gonna say he yeeted it. He can't use his laptop, guys, so he's going to be in the chat, but he isn't going to be with us this week, which is sad because I know there's lots of things that he wanted to talk about around the showcases that we experienced over the last week and a half. It's been a really good week for gaming, and just being someone who partakes in this lovely hobby of ours. And for some people it's more than a hobby, clearly it's their lives, but you know, there are other things outside of gaming on top of that. But we're going to talk about that this week. I'm going to ask chat and everyone watching, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? If you are joining us through X or Twitter, you can jump over to Aim Down Sights or ADS Gaming Podcast on YouTube. If you want to engage with us in chat, we'd be more than happy to have you in chat talking with us and giving us some shit. Yeah. Perfectly fine for you to do that as well. We're big people and we can handle it, and that is why there is a block button. No, I'm kidding. But that is also why there's a block button. There's boundaries. Everyone, be respectful and such. There's fine for jokes, but yeah. But it's gonna be a good show. I've got so many things that I'm excited for. Let's just say I didn't want to go to work this week, and I had to. I was like, I just want to play games. But Nero, what have you been up to? What have you been playing, and how are you? Because I know you weren't well last week, and I'm glad to have you here because you dipped out early last week because you really weren't well. But you're going to be here for the whole show. So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. It was a real good week of gaming, man. I feel like I really enjoyed every show. The State of Play, the Xbox, the Summer Game Show. I still got to go back and watch the featured game show. I know Lyric and a few people in the chat in the community was mentioning that. But I enjoyed every show. It's just a lot of great news, you know, followed up by some you know, other news we'll have to discuss later. But as far as just gaming, man, I'm extremely happy with the state of gaming. It's a lot of games I'm looking forward to, man. You know, September is packed, and it was just a good season of gaming. I always love when this time of the year come around and you know, everybody get together and do their thing. You know, I think Nintendo had a really good direct as well. So, man, I'm just
Christmas,
happy, man.
right?
It's gamers Christmas, man, for now.
Yeah.
So, I'm enjoying it, man. A lot of dope stuff to discuss and a lot of good games to look forward to.
I know. I'm so happy about this week and last week. We talked about some of the showcases last week, and then we're still waiting on Xbox's showcase, Nintendo showcase. I did end up watching part of the Future Game showcase there, but I didn't finish it. Sadly, I've been very busy. I'm just living my life, peeps. Living my life. Yeah. What have I been up to? I've been playing some Mass Effect. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 because I introduced my girlfriend to it and she really likes it, and I reloaded up fucking Dragon's Dogma 2 because of the news at the Nintendo Direct, and I know that you jumped back in, right, Nero?
Definitely, man. I gotta go get my magic bow again, man.
I did have to yeet Mr. Whiskey off the side of a cliff after I let him rest and come back from someone else's world because I was like, you never know if they're carrying that goddamn dragon plague. So I yeeted him off a cliff and he died. Yeah. I know, that's not what you should do to your pawns.
Whiskey just out here living wild out here in these Dragon's Dogma streets. I bumped into him on the road a few times and he was looking pretty rough, man. I had to let him down easily. I said, I don't need your services right now, man.
You keep the herpes away from me.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, he didn't have it, but there's always that risk and concern that there's a chance that they will have it. And so you're just extra cautious. What I might do on my end, everybody, is I might actually do a quick restart on my end, just refresh my browser and that, because something isn't loading on my end. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Apologies, everybody. You've just got Nero to look after you for a moment.
Yeah, man. Chat. How do y'all feel about all the shows, man? Like I said, I can't really pick a favorite, man, because each and every showcase shows some games I'm really looking forward to, man. E-Day looks amazing. E-Day looks spectacular, man. And I think the Xenoblade Chronicles updates for the Switch too. I already picked the first one up for the first game, and that shit is beautiful, man. Um, and then Code Veronica, that too. Coming from December's Game Fest show. So man, it's a lot of good games to look forward to, man. Later this year is gonna be packed. Like I said, September, man. September is gonna be wild, man. Like September, everything can't get played and everything can't get bought. But September, man, gamers are feasting. It's a lot of good drops coming up. And Halo looked fantastic as well. Beautiful.
All right. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. I might turn you up. You're just quiet on my end. Let's check. Oh, no. You're loud enough. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I'm going crazy. But chat, what have you guys been playing? What have you been up to? And also, what were you the most excited about from what was shown at the showcases? All right. Sorry, what were you talking about before I came back?
Oh, nothing. I'm ready to get into the show and see go game by game, because I was just saying there was so many good things shown everywhere.
Oh my god!
I wish I was here to go through the shows from last week, but
yeah,
excited to.
I mean, if you wanted to touch base on anything that you wanted to talk about that you forgot to talk about last week because you were kind of in a rush because you weren't well, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to move us across
I
to
think
our
Summer
full
Game
screen.
Fest was beautiful. I think that looked amazing. Because they had the Code Veronica remake coming. That was beautiful. Like I wish I was, because it was just so much, man. We've got hit with so many games thrown at us through all these shows, man. It's just insane. Even the drops and just the news in between that slipped through the cracks. I'm like, man, it's just an insane amount of games.
Yeah. Absolutely insane amount of games that have been announced. The roadmap for all these companies is really, really cool. I'm so excited. All right, I'm going to move us over to the full screen because I'm sharing. We're going to start off. That was the biggest one. I'm just going to quickly fix that because Lyric is not here today, so let's just... sorry, I know it's a little bit zoomed, but we can zoom in further. Gears. Oh, Gears. Gears opened up the fucking show. I had a feeling, I talked about this, and I had a feeling that they were probably going to do a little bit of a teaser about Gears and then tell everyone to watch it later, like at the end of the show. Because they've done that with like COD, they've done that with Starfield, and Gears looked good, but they have to show Gears for those who aren't going to go watch the 20, 30 minute deep dive after it. Yeah. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, Gears was beautiful, man. I'm happy this is what they open up with, man. E-Day looks amazing, man. I'm loving everything I'm seeing, everything I'm hearing. Graphically, it was beautiful. I like, they adding the verticality to the gameplay. I like the 12 player horde mode.
Yes.
That's dope.
We squad up with other squads, yeah.
Yeah, and they say this campaign is about 14 hours, something along that line. So that's the longest Gears campaign.
But 14 hours, and then you up the difficulty, and it's like fucking takes forever.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's 14 hours with the characters I care the most about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be all the characters that I loved and grown to know in the original trilogy. So this is really nice.
Well, what did you think of the whole deep dive itself? Because I think we should just rip that one off. We're going to start with Gears. Gears was like so fantastic to see and be shown. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the deep dive as well?
I actually didn't go too deep into the deep dive. What they showed at the trailer,
I don't want spoilers.
The gameplay, yeah, I'm good. It's close. I didn't need to see too much. I think I started it and then I just ended up getting distracted and going to play some of these games. I got it's so much to play right now. So just from the initial showing that they showed during the regular Xbox show, that was enough for me.
There you go.
I'm already sold.
There you go.
The coalition is goated. Like I don't doubt them. They good at what they do. Even the entries that I'm not really too big on. Like I'm not the biggest fan of 5. I think the trilogy is just golden. I think that's perfection. I think
Yeah.
4 was pretty good, and 5 was I was mixed on that. But them going back to E-Day,
Yeah.
this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be fantastic. So this will be here real soon, man. I'm excited. I thought it was beautiful.
October, right?
Yeah, I know the sound design is gonna be great. Coalition do it on all fronts, man. I can't wait to see the introduction of the chainsaw, man. What's good, Umber?
Oh yeah, Umbra, welcome. I really, because I watched the deep dive, and I really enjoyed them talking about. They found the original chainsaw, the model that they used to make the audio, and so they redid all the audio, obviously, and such. So they really have gone in, and you could see it was this project of love around really going back to what made Gears. And you had the grittiness, and you had the massive set pieces, and then you just see what the engine is doing, because these guys are masters at the craft at using UE5. And the destruction and the particles, and the fact that you're going to be playing 4K 60 in the story, and then it was is it 4K 120 in the, or 1440p 120? I can't remember what they said for multiplayer, so 120 in multiplayer. You could just see they were cooking, and I feel like I agree. Some of the I felt like they were showing off a little bit, and they should show off around shooting through the glass panes, in that convenience store where you've got one of those fridges that is 2 glass panes on each side, and they're shooting through that and through the other glass panel and hitting the character on the other side. The introduction. Yeah, it's just all
Not
of those
to cut
little
you off, can I interject, because you're making a really good point with the gameplay.
Yeah.
Whoever they had play this shit was horrible.
Yes.
My lord, I understand you trying to show off the game, you trying to show off the mechanics. They missing the act of reload. They shooting the fridge with nobody on the other side of the fridge. I'm like, yo, we know
what they've done with.
Yeah, I guess they were just no, get in there and show, let a real Gears player get in there and show how Mark is definitely moving around.
I think it was just. I like the fact that they've talked about how they've introduced a lot more verticality in it, and you can see it in the movement. He mantled over that really tall fridge. You've got a jump button now, and that makes sense with buildings collapsing, because you're in this ever-evolving environment while the city is being destroyed by the emergence of all of these guys, right? And it's every little enemy that you can think of that you're I'm just so glad we're going back to Gears, original Gears. And the slide mechanic was really cool, and you're getting to see these guys, and so you're understanding they're in a time of peace, or what they thought was peace. They've kind of already fought a war, and then you're getting to see them in these clothes, and then somehow they're getting pulled into this new war that no one really expected. I'm just so excited for what Gears has to offer, and just listening to all the things that they've introduced, and you can just see that they are so good at using that engine as well. Yeah. It's
Yeah, and I also like to say I'm really happy that it is an Xbox console exclusive. It's giving me a reason to cut my Xbox on in fall personally. So that's really good. It's only can be played on Xbox, and I think that should be the standard. I wish it was more of that all throughout the show. I wish that energy was brought 100% throughout. I think everything would have been nice to be there. Fuck them contract obligations. Fuck burning relationships that's already was rocky and tarnished from the beginning. You guys are competition. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Gears of War came out in, was it 2006? A year after the release of the 360? It didn't launch with the 360, I feel. I feel like this year is Gears' 20th anniversary. Is it? Am I remembering that wrong? I can't remember. I feel like I am. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's its 20th anniversary, so it kind of is nice.
Either way, I'm happy this shit here.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the 21st, 22nd.
But I mean,
to
to announce it being a console.
It's where it need to be.
Yeah, to announce it being a console.
My only critique
exclusive.
with that is that that energy should have been kept all the way around. But that's the topic we're gonna talk about later because there's a lot of
Yeah. I
news we
mean,
got to talk about.
it has been interesting to see the discourse online around Gears of Gears of War E-Day, like the
Bro, who
amount.
cares? This ain't.
I know. I know.
This is for Xbox.
Yeah.
Look, I know people.
Go
People
outside
gonna
and
be
touch some
salty.
grass,
People gonna
people.
be. This is for Xbox gamers. Okay, God damn it. It's, and we should have more of this. That's only for Xbox gamers. We are the ones who was here when we are Gears.
Mm-hmm.
The Xbox players are Halo. We are Forza. You see how successful Forza is before it even touched any quote unquote rival or competition platforms. It's sold around 6 million right now. It's despite being a Game Pass and stuff like that. So let us eat. Let us feast. Everybody else is getting they food. Nintendo got plenty dope games that you can only play in Nintendo. We're gonna talk about it. You got Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
You got plenty of games coming that you can only play on the Switch. You got Wolverine. You can only play that on the PS5. So let everybody have their things.
I think it was
complaining about it. I seen so many people, and this is what killed me. I get it. Prices is high. The economy is fucked up. I understand where we at, right? But we not gonna act like this. Series S wasn't $299 and lower for 3-4 years of its. Like, come on, man. I can't feel bad. The people like, oh man, I would play Gears, but man, look, you had plenty of time, man. All the people that sold their Xboxes and stuff like that, man. That's on them, man.
It's been just disappointing to. It's not surprising. It's just disappointing that people who were like really excited for it are now sort of trashing the game just because it's not on their platform. Like, they were happy when it was coming to their platform, and now it's suddenly a bad game. And I just think that shows how disingenuous they are, and they just lack integrity. They should be pushed on the outside of our community, and we should not give them any time or energy.
Gears Reloaded flopped on PlayStation. Like PlayStation games flop on PlayStation. Like Cyros is at like 300K, and I beat Cyros. I really enjoy Cyros. I think it's a really good game. I think the story is by far the weakest aspect in the characters, but as far as the overall gameplay, some of the best gameplay you can have out here. They're not really buying that. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing with Xbox, my whole thing with Nintendo, the whole point of you building these games throughout all this time is building it for people who've been wanting and asking for it.
Yeah.
It ain't no guarantee that you outside of Forza going and selling like hotcakes on PlayStation, like, you see what Square Enix had to do. Square Enix had to break away from them shackles of that exclusivity and that deal. No, you see Square Enix, their games is going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, PlayStation gamers, they don't buy, their games don't sell the way it should on a consistent basis. And this is coming from somebody that is buying these PlayStation games and enjoying them and seeing the quality. Then I question myself, like, why is this only sold 1 million or 2 million? You know what I'm saying? But you got the typical ball and gun games at the top of the charts. You know, every single time. You know what I'm saying? You got the Call of Duties, the GTAs, the 2Ks and Maddens. They got no problems getting those games. But Lord forbid you go try something like a Cyros and support the studios that you got there. It don't happen. So I don't understand why Xbox would just sell out and think, you know, going over there is the answer. Nah, build here. Because I just love the success of Forza. Forza Horizon 6 is a really, really good game. And yes, it's coming to PlayStation later. And, you know, at that point, it is what it is. If they got to figure it out and if they do time exclusives, whatever they got to do, they got to figure it out and can fully commit to it. Because Forza is very successful right now. And it's very early on in its life cycle. Like, it just came out. Right.
Yeah.
So it's only a month coming up on a month later. So it's a really great game. It's selling well. It got a high player base, and it's gonna have wheels for a long time. So this should prove to Xbox and Microsoft, if you do things right, listen to the community, and build just good games, they will get bought and they will get played.
Yes,
You know,
and I think
all that trying to be money hungry and selling your identity and flushing that shit away, that isn't it. But you know, we'll get to them aspects later because it's been a busy week. But E-Day looks amazing. Panda, I know you're excited for it. I know everybody that rocks with Gears of War is excited for it.
I've played
the
every
collector's
single
edition.
one co-op. Every single game I've played co-op with my twin.
Ooh, yeah, I know y'all excited for that. And the collector's edition looked really good as well.
Fuck, it's sold out, right? Every one of the collector's editions they announced sold out like instantly. I was so upset. Like, I want the Fable one because I want Jack of Blades. We're going to talk about Fable shortly anyway. But yeah, fuck, they all looked good. Halos looked good. Gears looked so fucking good. And then also Fable's Collector's Edition looked fucking fire. Yeah.
They showed next.
Oh yeah, sorry. 4K 60 with hardware-based ray tracing. That's really impressive that they're using hardware-based ray tracing in the campaign mode, which is really fantastic. And
I say about time.
Yeah.
I say with the hardware that is in the Series X, that should have
fucking take advantage of it. Exactly.
Yeah. Shout out to the coalition, man.
Yeah. Next they led in with shout out to them. Next they led in with Fable. Fuck. And that's Hayley Atwell, who's like Captain Carter from my understanding, who looks to be playing the antagonist in the game. And this showed really well. We saw more gameplay in this, and this was just a short trailer, because if you aren't aware, and I highly recommend watching this, is there is like a 30-minute extended gameplay reveal of this game when it's talking about like some of the more people orientated or relationship orientated gameplay that'll be in there around like and even introducing you to the new morality system, and we'll talk about that in more detail. But this was fantastic. What were your thoughts on Fable now like showing here and such? Because I know we're not seeing it till next year, but
yeah, I might be alone in this stance. I think Fable looks all right. I don't think it looked bad in either sense. All of the stuff they showing seems pretty cool. Now, I understand it is a busy, it's a lot of games coming out. I really wish it would have dropped this year.
I agree.
I don't know if it should have been October or, not November, obviously. But
October's
I think,
got games,
you have faith. You have faith in your games, man. You have faith in your games. You put them out because it's a lot of dope games dropping this year.
We saw September's so chocker full that everyone needs to take a month of September off.
They should have went in September too. They could have gave some competition to Wolverine. It's already on PlayStation. Why not challenge? Drop it around the same weekend as over there. Say, hey, fuck it. Hey, you want to buy Fable? People on Game Pass can play it. How they played. Regardless, so
I think the biggest thing for me was like confirmation, like Demon Doors are back. And so that was a nice thing that was shown in there, in this little reveal. The ending because I've been chatting with one of my other mates who I've done a couple of episodes where we talk about Fable because we're such big Fable fans. And the fact that at the very end they show that Jack Blades is back, and Jack Blades is horrific. I was so happy around that. Jack Blades is back, and it's a lot of these things like I definitely I watched the extended gameplay and I was like, I definitely understand where they're going with the morality system no longer just being black or white, because what would happen is you'd run into a village and if you were good, everyone loved you. Even the ones that technically didn't like the way you dressed or thought you were a bit of a twat, those sort of things, they still loved you because you were inherently good. Your morality system was good. Or you were inherently bad and people ran from you and were afraid. But that isn't the reality you're living in when you're dealing with actual people. Like, some people might think that you being ruthless is a good thing, and people thinking you are good is a bad thing. And so I did like the idea that not everyone is going to like you based on your choices, including like the marking up 80% prices in one of the
it looked like it has a lot of cool gameplay mechanics and stuff. I just feel like, because for me, my most anticipated game probably so far next year is definitely I gotta say the new Metro game.
Oh, the Metro looks real fucking good, eh?
Yeah, I can't wait to play that.
2039, 20 something. What is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm prioritizing that.
I'm super excited to get into the detail of Fable and play Fable, because it's one of my most anticipated games. I've talked about this till I'm blue in the face, around the reason why I play on Xbox was my introduction to Fable, the original Fable game. My sister's boyfriend at the time brought his console over and we got to play on it, and this was the game that kind of really resonated with me. Later on, Halo became something that I was interested in, and also Gears, but Fable is one of those tentpole ones where we haven't had a release in a very long time, and we didn't get a single Fable last generation, and so it's nice that Fable is back. What I can see though, because they are using the Forza Tech engine, and so there's a lot of things that they had to create and build into this engine to be able to deliver what they're doing right now with all the NPCs and everything like that, and their morality system. So there's a lot of complexity built into the
I like
background.
some of the darker tones.
Yeah,
I
that's
like some of because to me it looks a bit whimsical. To me, like every time I see it, it's just super bright and sunny and just super whimsical.
I think that's
and I'm like,
inherently Fable as well, because in Fable you'd have
Yeah.
these beautiful whimsicalness, but then it gets real dark when it gets dark, and so I like that contrast that Fable had, and I think we're going to get that because you're seeing the way Hayley Atwell is playing this character. And I just love, like, she's like, I like heroes, but it should be me. I should be the only hero. And I was like, oh, great. This is going to be entertaining. Yeah,
I guess it would be definitely nice to have a big game coming in February from Xbox.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really, really fantastic. Yeah. It was great. It's what we needed. Hi, Reese.
Next year is packed as well.
I think it'll get another showing anyway, before it releases, so we get more of a deep dive into some of the other mechanics. But yeah, it looked good. The combat actually looked pretty fucking good in this compared to previous entries, and so you can definitely tell that some of those ex-devs from other teams, like we know that there's a Witcher dev in there who is helping with the combat and stuff. So you can definitely see, I think, an evolution upon the old combat that was in the game. This looks a lot more snappy and reactive, essentially, as well, and I'm really excited for it. Yeah. Then we got fucking Halo. We were like tentpole, like Gears, Fable, Halo.
Beautiful.
And Halo campaign evolved. We found out that there are going to be 3 new missions that are prequel missions prior to us landing on the Halo.
They mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I'd forgotten about it, but we got to see some of those in there in the gameplay reveal. What's up, Lyriic?
Beautiful. Got some space battles in there.
Yes.
Definitely look beautiful. I'm excited to play this next month, man.
There are a lot of people who are excited. A lot of people who were impressed with some of the gameplay that released, showing two of the missions or that you do in the game, and just like how it looked and such. So I'm really excited to play this again in co-op, because I love Halo. I am said there's no multiplayer, but that's alright, I'll survive. But yeah, UE5 seems to have done a good job of lifting and shifting the game across to there, and I also think they're at a really big advantage having the coalition on side, because anytime they run into something, there will be someone who's got subject matter expertise in that area who can assist from the coalition and support all the developers that are using UE5 with their games. And I think that's a massive positive around that for them moving to this engine. I just love the show, okay guys? The show was fantastic, and Halo just... It's Master Chief, it's Halo, it's the Flood, and that's what we're wanting. I like that now, because you couldn't do this in the first game. You could pick up the energy sword. That only came in the second game. The fact that the Warthog now has a horn, that only came in Halo 2 as well. And so there's a lot of things that they've looked at in quality of life improvements that they've taken from some of the other games and put them into this game as well, which is really, really nice. And I think it makes a nicer like consistency transition between, because we've already evolved past that point anyway, and so you're getting what made some of the other games great also coming into this game as well. There's a lot of DNA and a lot of love within this franchise. Halo.
I said I'll be there day one, man.
Yeah.
Excited.
I feel like I might be sick on the 28th of July. I can feel it coming on. It's going to be full-blown sickness on the 28th.
I see a lot of people complaining about the third-person mode that's completely optional. there's people always gonna complain and bitch about things.
I mean,
My hopes with this is that it does well, it sell well. They immediately start working on the next mainline Halo. Let's get it. I love Halo, man. It's one of my favorite franchises, man. So I'm all here for this.
I also don't agree with the discourse on the third person mode. I think it's an option and you don't have to fucking play it if you don't want to play it in third person. Like, there are some people who prefer to play these games in third person. It's an option. It was an option eventually pulled into Halo Infinite because there were a lot of people who were asking for it. And so I think it's nice that they're giving people options. A lot of games should have the choice to switch between first and third, because people have preferences around how they prefer to play. And sometimes that is a barrier to entry. So how do you remove that barrier? Accessibility options. How do you make it more accessible? Allowing people who like third person options to play in third person. And so for those who are just like, I'm a Halo purist and it should not be third person, that's your prerogative, and you can play the game in first person. This other person can play it in third.
Yeah, just don't play it that way.
Yeah, they're already working on the next Halo. You are correct.
No, let's hope so, man, because they pretty incompetent. Let's keep the show rolling, though. What was next? But they are pretty incompetent. I don't want to dwell on them too much. Yeah, banger.
Yes,
this right here looks fantastic.
This is how you announce another story set in that universe. A Plague Tale Legacy. It was like a Plague Tale story. Like, it's set in the Plague Tale universe, and the way they referred to it as that is Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. They're not actually saying it's following the main storyline with the main characters and such of whatever's happening with A Plague's Tale. And they've kind of just said, we're expanding the universe and we're giving you another story. And this is what I think should have happened with with PlayStation with God of War Lao Fei, or however you say your name. Should have been like a God of War story in that. Instead of just saying God of War and then Lao Fei. It should have been like Lao Fei, a God of War story or something like that. A story in the God of War universe or something like that. Yes, Tegan Fable looks stunning. Sorry, I cut you off, Nero. What were you going to add about this game?
Oh, nothing, man. It just looks beautiful, man.
It looks great. It's Asobo. Asobo cooks. Asobo does some fantastic titles. It's one of those studios that I think Microsoft should fucking acquire. Because Asobo also... No, I've talked about this for ages, though. This is years and years I've been saying this because they have done fantastic with this. But they also do Flight Sim. But I think they're doing really well putting their games everywhere.
Yeah, they're really talented.
They are really talented. I really enjoyed that we're seeing a very different level of combat and gameplay in this as a whole, because in the original stories of A Plague Tale and A Plague Tale Requiem, you are very much sort of, unless you can die very easily because you can't really fight back unless you have the right tools. The combat options are very limited because the idea is not to go out into open combat. And so I like the fact that we're getting more combat in here because you're playing as a completely different character. So you can have that ability to spice things up and change things up a lot in this space. So I'm really excited for this title. And it's coming to Game Pass day one. This was a Game Pass showcase, to be honest. There was so much Game Pass day one, it wasn't even funny. Or Play Anywhere. Everything was like Play Anywhere. It was great. But yeah, this is coming everywhere. I'm excited. So excited. Asobo,
Also, I believe it's not 70, it's 60. So if you want to support them, man, they deserve it, man.
Yeah.
If you're not playing on Game Pass, even if you is, man, support them, man. It's a good studio. They make good games.
Then
we
got
Persona 4 Revival.
Yeah.
Hey, see, this is coming in February as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is, I know a lot of people love this game. I seen some people complaining about the artistic choices they made, but I never played it, so I definitely consider checking it out eventually. It's a lot of good RPGs coming.
Well, I think this one's Game Pass and Play Anywhere as well. Was this one Game Pass?
Yeah.
And it was just nice, like, because everyone's like super excited to see Persona, and then we're going to talk about it in a moment anyway. The Persona, like later on, the Persona 6 announcement was insane, and to be on the Xbox showcase for the announcement, because it was heavily associated with with PlayStation around that. And
Can I comment on that?
yes,
PlayStation has lost their identity, man.
correct.
PlayStation has lost
What's
their
up,
Japanese
PPA
roots
gaming?
for the most part, man. Hopefully they make it back towards that. And, you know, I would love to see it return to form. But as far as the JRPGs and stuff like that go on PlayStation, like, you know, yeah, they got good third-party support. But PlayStation themselves seem to, like, not really care too much. So that's why you see Atlas and
Yeah.
Xbox, you know, having such a good relationship. And, you know, a lot of the Atlas games come through and come to Game Pass. Even the game that's coming in January next year. Dang, I forget the name of it. But this looks dope, man, and it's gonna be in Game Pass. Game Pass got a lot of good games coming in February, man. And
Now-
January. That's 3 good games back to back.
Last week I said if we do not see State of Decay 3, that's probably a clear indication that something is not going well with it. And we got State of Decay fucking 3. Finally. And I also watched the extended gameplay on this one as well. Not an extended gameplay or extended interview, I think, around this. Was it this one? No, I'm probably getting confused with cinema, to be honest.
Yeah, they did have a. They
They
did.
did. Everything had a. I loved it. You
it
could
was a lot.
definitely see the improvement with the animations. They didn't run like they were like running like they were made out of cardboard. It was nice. An evolution from State of Decay 2 and State of Decay 3, like the change to the UE5 engine. You can definitely see that the extra time that they've had to put into the game has been really, really good. I really like that they are using from Obsidian the shared state world option that Grounded and such use. So that has been pulled through, like that has been pulled through into this game to allow the shared stateness when you have like 4 players playing in the same world and things like that. So they've done a really good job of improving upon the old mechanics that they had in the first 2 games and making it more feasible for new people coming in and new technology being utilized and things like that. So I love the opening sequence where you've got the jukebox bit and the tape, and then it's attached to a grenade, and then eventually the grenade goes off. I was like, that was really, really neat. Yes, I did watch the extended one on this, and they talked about music was a big thing and a lot of the stuff that they wanted to do in this game. Yeah, that's State of
I
Decay.
thought it looked really good, man. I'm excited for it. I do wish, you know, that some of the make believe trailer that they put out to get everybody hyped kind of would have came to fruition. Not even if you're just not gonna put zombie animals in the game. At least I would like for you to put like some pets in there. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to have a personal dog that can ride around with me and be with me. That's just another way, because this, you know, State of Decay, I kind of treat that like my Walking Dead. I'm excited to get this. I'm excited to go in and play it on high difficulty and just really risk losing people and losing my community. They got a lot of quality of life updates and stuff. Like you can have a shared online world and stuff like that now. So that's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, I agree. I also really love that the first showing of this game after that reveal, that CGI trailer from 500 years ago, was actual gameplay. It wasn't just this generic trailer or anything like that. You saw gameplay, and I think that was a really, really important thing that we needed to see to understand that it's releasing next year. It would have been nice to give us an actual release window rather than a release year, and I think that's probably a misstep in my opinion around this reveal. But I think there's so many games coming down the line that at the end of the day it's just a minor annoyance that we didn't get to see that, compared to being like this is a make or break situation. You should have had a release date. That was my only thing that I think was an oversight for this reveal. Yeah.
It definitely would have been nice, man. Definitely, and this better come in 2020. This better come when it come. Everything that's coming, and they say got the date for next year. It better come. I'm tired of the next 2027 get here, and then hey, it's coming early 2028. But
Yeah.
State of Decay looked dope, man.
State of Decay looked fan-fucking-tastic. It's more State of Decay, and if you're a State of Decay fan, you do have nothing to complain about here at this point. If you haven't watched the extended interview about this and you are interested in learning more about State of Decay 3, go online, go hit them up, Undead Labs, will have that there available for you. Then we saw Sea of Thieves, where they're kind of making you make the
Yeah.
game now.
Yeah,
They're like,
can we
let's
skip?
not hire any more
We got a lot
devs.
to cover.
Let's just have you make the game.
Yeah, let's pass. I could care less. There's gonna be a couple of these pass that I could care less about, man.
I think
If you play Sea of Thieves, more power to you, man. You
Yeah,
gotta update every time.
I think it was a nice update in this respect, and I think it just goes to show that this game has been around 2015. I feel like this game launched. I may be wrong if I'm remembering that wrong. So it's like 10 years old, almost like it's like 11 years old, and it's still going strong, and it still has a community, and it's just, I guess it's important for those who have only recently been introduced to Sea of Thieves in the last couple of years. And so they're probably more hyped for this announcement than those who've been playing it for the last 10 years. But yeah, it's just fantastic. I love Sea of Thieves. I always will, but I agree. It's one of those passes where I'm like, I don't have the time or energy
Yeah,
to
we don't
go
gotta
and play
dwell
that.
on it.
Yeah.
If you play, hey, salute to them. Salute.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hey,
Metro
banger, man.
2039.
Banger, man. Can't wait. Day one. This is the game to play, in my humble opinion, in February. Sorry to Fable and all of its whimsicalness and darkness or whatever. You know, I'll check it out eventually. But this right here is what's getting my priorities, man. This is gonna be amazing. I love the trilogy, man. Exodus is beautiful. The first two I just love the most because the atmosphere, just the darkness of it, the dreadful, the lost hope, the never being able to go to the surface. And this one seems to be like, you know, a lot more darker with the psycho, just his mental seems to be being played with a lot just in the trailers and stuff, man.
It looks really,
this
really
game
good.
can get dark, man. This universe is dark. I'm excited, man. Day one.
Love it. This, I laughed when I watched this, when the bird is like holding the stick of fire up to the flower and the flower's like, oh, hi, and then it realizes it's going to get set on fire. This reminded me of Untitled Goose Game, where you're just a fucking menace. And I was so here for Bad Magpie. It just looked stupid and ridiculous, and I was like, I would think I would have fun. It's one of those games that don't take itself too seriously, but you get to have a lot of fun with it, and that's what I liked about the reveal of this game. Yourself, Nero?
Yeah, I ain't have too many comments on it. I was like,
Just my whimsy, I think.
like, next.
Yeah. Wulong 2 Wings of Ember. Yes, this
The
was
first
this was
Wulong
good.
game was fire. The first
That's back in
Wulong
Game
game
Pass, I
was
think, at the
pretty good.
moment. I think they put it back into Game Pass.
It was a launch title when it originally launched in Game Pass. It was,
Yeah, I think they announced this, and now it's showing up as recently added. So, from my understanding, the first one's in Game Pass at the moment. So, if you want to get yourself set up before the second game comes out, because that's next year as well, jump onto Game Pass and go play Wulong. I hope I'm remembering that right. I don't trust my brain today.
Wulong is heat, man. Check it out. I remember that first boss. A lot of people and a lot of the homies was struggling with it and stuff like that, man. It was a tough
Haley Hotwell.
and the rest of the game was just as fun.
Yes, Tegan. She came out of nowhere. I agree. Haley Atwell, not like knowing that she was going to be playing the antagonist in the game. I wasn't expecting that, and I was super, super happy to hear it. Yeah, excited. Okay. Join us. This just reminded me of like Goat Simulator. It's basically a cult simulator. It looks
Yeah,
stupid.
this is funny.
Looks stupid and fun. Not going to take itself too seriously. So, yeah. I don't have much to add on that other than looks fucking fun.
Yeah, it seemed funny, man. Coat light things. I thought it was cool.
1 to 4 player co-op. Like, just get in there, be a menace, have some fun. This, I was not expecting. I was not expecting Senua. And I was pleasantly surprised. And the reason why I was pleasantly surprised, and I watched the interview with head of the studio around this is an action adventure game, like specifically around action as well. Because I remember them talking about they were introducing more, like the focus was going to be on fighting and things like that. And oh my god, what's her name? Jurgen. Why can't I think of her first name? Melanie? No. my God, I can't think of her first name, who plays Senua. My brain is just not working today. She had been doing combat training and everything like that. But when we played Hellblade 2, and I loved Hellblade 2, I just didn't understand. I felt like there was
Looks
a
like
disconnect.
more of a proper game. It's more of a
Yeah, there was a
proper action
disconnect
game
between
from
what
I've
they were
seen.
saying and then what type of combat we got in Hellblade 2. And I enjoyed the combat in Hellblade 2, but you could definitely see an evolution of the combat in this one. You've got more weapons to play with around this. It's going to be a little bit more open than the other one. So it's going to be like you'll have a map, and it won't be open world, but there'll be like little hub areas that you can go through, so connected around that, kind of like the first one, but there's a little bit more openness around what you can do and how you can choose to navigate the world. And I really like them talking about that as an experience, and such. So they made it very clear that you will not have needed to play the first 2 games in order to play this. You're perfectly fine to pick it up right from here. But this is more, I think, more of a mainstream game that'll appeal to more gamers as a whole. And she's still going to be impacted with the mental health around her schizophrenia and everything like that. That's not disappearing. That is always going to be as part of her DNA. And that's part of the reason why they named this like Senua rather than Hellblade, because it's not quite Hellblade in the sense of the story. It's more focused on her and that action side of things. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. I'll be there to check it out. Happy it's
Graphically, it
it's
looks
a more
stunning
combat.
anyway. And I think they're at a point now that they've got to a point with UE5 that
Was
they can
this
comfortably
only on
do
Xbox
60
as well,
FPS.
or
This is going to be on Xbox.
yeah, I know, but is it on PlayStation as well, or is it
I
exclusive?
don't think it's an exclusive from memory. I think it is going to be coming to PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
You play as Hina, but it's a different style of game, hence the lack of the Hellblade in the title. See, I was listening to the interview. But yeah, I'm excited, and it's coming next year. It took them what, 7 years to deliver Hellblade 2? And because they've now got a baseline and they're used to that engine, they can push games out faster.
I am upset that they canceled the horror game they were working
Oh,
on.
Project
So I'm
Mara?
a bit disappointed about
Yeah, so that was confirmed cancelled. And so everyone has been moved off to work on this game. And I think that in line is indicative of maybe some of the changes happening in Xbox around like focusing on, yes, delivering good, high quality games, but pushing them out a bit faster. And so that means getting a lot more of the team to work on it. And so that you can push out games a little bit faster. And I feel like that is potentially why we're seeing a cancellation of Project Mara, and them all being put on Senua. Sorry, what else were you going to add there, Nero?
Nah, that's it. I'll be there to play it.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Platinum.
More
here, my
Doom,
baby.
man! More
Yeah, I
fucking
was happy about
Doom!
this. Yeah, this
You lead.
looked at amazing. I'm excited, man. I got the platinum for it earlier this year, man. I already got the premium upgrade. I got the disc for this, man. That's why I get a lot of these. Some of these I want to have physical. I want to have that case. Like Halo, I want to have that case.
What's up, fuck
One of
you?
the other games we were just talking about, I want to have that physical. What's good, Fark you? But Doom, the Dark Ages, I think was a very solid game. I still think I prefer Eternal a bit more, but Dark Age has grown on me the more I've replayed it. I've replayed it about 2-3 times now.
But
And I
you,
enjoyed the secrets. Going for the plat, I had to go explore all the little hidden areas to get everything, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Um,
but you look
and the
at the
music kind of
gameplay.
grew on me a little bit too.
You look at the gameplay reveal for this DLC trailer, and it felt like what you saw in Dark Ages was a bit of, because it's a prequel to the original 2 games, right? Well, those 2 new 2016 and Hellblade. I mean, fucking Doom Eternal. You look at that, and it's a lot of slow, stand your ground. But then this DLC, where he kind of falls from grace and whatever else, and he's not wearing his normal Doom guy outfit, the combat looked a little bit more agile, like it's
Yeah, that spirit
starting
looked
to
nice,
see
man.
it head into how you get to Doom's 2016 in a way, so it felt a little bit more like, just felt more speedy or fast or agile. Yeah, you know what I mean. Fark is back. Yes, welcome back from LA. You lucky sod. He's getting one of those 20th anniversary edition consoles, and I told him he better put some posts up about it when he gets it.
Nice.
Yes,
Well
well
deserved,
done.
man. Well deserved.
Well
Real
done.
Xbox fan. Well deserved.
We all know Farkyu's just going to sell it for like £20,000 or something, because he could. No, I'm kidding.
Well, if you decide to sell it, hit me up, brother.
3 hours plus traveling as well has truly done me in. Yeah. You need some sleep. You can watch this after the fact. Fuck you. You need some rest, man. It is a hell of a travel from the United States back to the UK. So yeah, but yeah, this looked fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I was super excited. I know some people were like, "Oh, it's DLC," and I was like, so you're complaining about more content of a game that you love, and like there's some.
Don't want DLC.
Everyone's discourse online
Eternal has some of the best DLC, and I think in a video game period, like Doom and the Ancient Gods Part 1 and 2 are some of the best expansions. Those was so challenging for me, man. Like just really, really good gaming right there.
Yeah.
So if this can be just a fraction of how good the last 2 expansions was, come on, man.
His
Crazy Taxi. This is AI Unkslop.
What are you talking about? This is a remake of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, well, this got generative AI in it as well. So.
It looks like a modern day version of what I would consider Crazy Taxi to be anyway. I just looked at it, I was like, oh, this is Crazy Taxi. Oh my god, I haven't seen this in fucking ever. I just laughed. At the fact that Crazy Taxi is back. Kudos to you, Crazy Taxi. Not for me.
I could care less.
I know. I loved the trailer for this. The old early 2000s bedroom with the see-through Xbox, and it's all kind of spun together, and you got this. And it looks fucking great. I can't wait till the controller's at least available for pre-order, because I will be getting myself one, and I will be getting my twin one. We both really want this controller. Beautiful. Well, I had my 20th anniversary one just over here, and that one was lovely.
I wish they would have did the back of it translucent too.
I think
that was lazy.
I agree that it should have been done, but I also think that because of this material, there's probably a risk of making it harder to repair as a result if they accidentally damage the back plating, because it's not as strong as the other material. So I think it was just really just making sure that if they did need repairing, that doesn't. It's a repairability thing. But I would have preferred fucking translucent back panel. I agree. I understand both sides. But it looks so good. Like, you can see so much of the components in this unit. Like, it looks fucking fantastic. And I love that this trend is making its way back. Like, you're starting to see more translucent plastic like this through and through, and I think it needs to happen.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't need another Series X.
And stuff, so.
But and I don't need another controller, but I'm gonna buy that controller. What's up? Yeah, I'm super excited. And they said they're working on on something to like prevent scalpers. So I guess that's the big thing, is pre-orders aren't live yet, but they're working on how best to deal with scalpers. I said, and I'm thinking they should have done that for the collector's editions of the Halo, Gears, and Fable. Because those things were gone in seconds, and I bet you people fucking scalping them. But yeah. Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition. Age of Empires. I mean, if you love Age of Empires, cool to you. I'm going to scroll down.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yes, Minecraft Dungeons too. This is coming out.
I was happy about this. This is a full part game for the Switch. I plan to get this for the Switch too. I thought the first game was very freaking underrated, and they had a lot of really good DLCs. Man, shout out Reese, shout out Rez. Them two, they abandoned me in the first game, so I had to play a bit by myself. But I really enjoyed What was
You
yours?
should have told me. I would have played with you. I loved Minecraft
Yeah, that's
Dungeons.
what
I was
we
so
should
fucking good
have.
at that game.
But knowing them, this would be full cross-platform and cross-play and everything. So you can definitely get out there. Looked it great.
This looked fucking sick. This Magician's the Devil's deal?
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
I just like the idea, like, of the
Looked
combat.
different.
Just seemed insane, and then you were like firing cards out and using your magic like normal combat, and I was like, yes. I think this was a highlight for quite a few people. My highlight was obviously Fable and the 20th edition controller. I might have had one more other highlight when we scroll through, but this was pretty high up there as well. It looked really fucking good.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
First
I like the
person.
combat, the magic.
Yeah. Spellcaster who performs tricks and a white tipped wand, a deck of cards, and maybe a rabbit stuffed top hat. Yeah, it looks really good. It looked really good. This one is, I feel like, the Napoleon game. Is this the Napoleon one? This every time I've seen it, it looks better and better. Every time I've seen this game. So I'm excited for this.
I can rewatch this trailer. For some reason, this one not really
It's not sticking with you?
Yeah, I gotta go rewatch it.
It's a first-person
It's
Souls-like
fine.
set during the Napoleonic Wars. So yeah, Napoleon time frame. Yeah, developed by the studio behind the excellent Ghost Runner. I didn't realize that they were making it. So if you enjoy Ghost Runner, then you'll be in for a treat with this one. One second, I'm gonna just have to let whiskey down.
Okay, thank you for saying that, because now that I bring a bell back, one of my homies was mentioning this because he loved that studio.
Yes. Skip. It's just Elder Scrolls Online. I love them, but we are skipping. Fallout 76. Skipping as well. Sorry, you love these games. You can play them. You're gonna already be playing it. We're skipping
Easy
them.
skip. Couldn't care less. Thumbs up. Keep improving, but skip. Thumbs up. Shout out to Microsoft Flight Simulator. They shouldn't have came in with such a rough landing.
This
Skip.
free-to-play
I don't
game
care
has
about
finally
this.
made
This
it to Xbox.
Yeah, a little Chinese slop that was on PlayStation that I skipped out on. So if you're on Xbox,
I
and
tried
you want a little
it.
bit of
I
that
uninstalled it.
slop, hey, have a blast.
It's like
So that was the skip section of the showcase.
130 gigs or something, or 150 gigs, and I was like, nah. After I tried it, I was like, why is this 150 fucking gigs? It's probably all the expansions, to be honest. This, every time I've seen this, it has looked fantastic. I'm not really
this
good at
looks
these
really good.
styles, but I want to play it because it just looks amazing. Meh.
This is I ain't really.
I don't feel this game, but it's not for me. That's why.
Skip.
Next year,
Well, actually, I got to go back and rewatch it.
you gotta go back and
Gotta go
rewatch
back.
it. It reminded me of
seen it.
cartoons from when I was really, really young. The art style. Persona
Sometimes I
6.
like those artistic
Yeah.
experiences. Persona 6, man, I like it. It got a dark tone to it. I got to go play the other ones. They're highly regarded.
I just wish I know everyone else kind of wanted this as well. It was just gameplay. It was just like a announce we are working on it type style. But it's finally being revealed that they've been working on something. Everyone knows they've been working on Persona 6, and now it's finally an open secret. Yeah. This I had a feeling it was going to be a Spyro game when Toys for Bob left Activision and went independent, but then they announced that they were doing a deal with Microsoft Game Studios, right? And so from my understanding, that would have been for this game because they took
Yeah,
the
I love
IP.
Spyro growing up, man. This is one of the few games my mom liked to watch us play and stuff when we was younger. So Spyro is awesome.
Well, he looks older. He looks like a teenager in this one. So he looks older. So yeah. But have you seen? Because this has been discourse this week. Have you seen this? This has been discourse. This is how you tell a game is successful. How many fucking views it has on its YouTube trailer. Apparently, if it has lots of views compared to another platform, then that means your platform's the winner. Like, go fuck yourselves, people, that you're counting views as that. Because if you want to play that game, Spyro has over 14 million views on only one of their trailers that they released for this game. Whereas if you go and look at other games on other platforms, they haven't even hit that. So, like, if you want to have that conversation, shut the fuck up. It is not reality. Views do not mean a game is going to be 100% successful. You can watch a trailer for free. You have to spend money to play the game. That's the reality we live in.
Yeah, I seen Spyro got a good amount of views on it. I ain't been paying attention too much to the bullshit.
Oh, some of this. I've been sitting there with popcorn, watching these people like have these petty fights online, and I've just been like, really. Yeah. Every argument you've made is pointless.
And fucking catch up on and look forward to, man.
You're fighting over views on a fucking YouTube video. Like, grow up.
And now you got them fighting over. You got PlayStation and Xbox people fighting over who lost more money between the companies.
Yes. Yeah. Who cares?
Oh, Bungie is losing less money than Xbox is losing with Bethesda and this, that, and that. I'm like, man, who cares?
We're here to talk and play games, guys. That's what we're here to do. If you want to do something else, then you need to go find a place where it's okay to do that, because it's not okay to do it here. That's all I'm saying. Grow up.
Shout out to Spyro, though, man. Yeah. I'm excited for Spyro.
Well, Spyro, the trilogy remake, or remaster, sold millions of copies. And obviously this is going to do really, really well. People want a new Spyro, so I think it's going to do fantastic. And it was really nice to see it here at that showcase. And it's going to be everywhere. Ha! I think I've been obsessed with this game since they first announced it, Nero. Clockwork Revolution was also announced as the second Xbox exclusive in the sense of Xbox ecosystem, or just console exclusive. Yeah. And it's...
Yeah, Clockwork, I definitely check it out. Like I said, it's a lot of other games I'm more highly anticipating coming next year.
Yeah.
Clockwork, I'm definitely excited to check that out. I just feel like it's been a while, so I'm happy it's finally getting here.
What are we getting next year? We're getting Fable, we're getting State of Decay 3, we're getting Clockwork Revolution.
Nice games, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
So as far as the exclusivity, I think it would have been better to have a stronger impact if something like Halo was turned.
Yeah, I think they couldn't get out of their contract or agreement on that one. But I agree, they should have been able to say Fable exclusive, Halo exclusive. They should have done. Yeah, those make sense.
Yeah, I would rather State of Decay be exclusive than Clockwork. But hey, it's gonna look like it's gonna be a good game. Hopefully it lands, and I'll be playing it. I've been waiting for it.
Fucking good. So. I don't know. I just want to be in the world. It looks so good. And Excel doing a fan-fucking-tastic job. And we got to see more of the story beat actually in the trailer. I knew we knew about the difference in the time dilation and things like that, and like some decisions mean that this will happen instead of what this happened. And so we got to see a little bit more around how that came to fruition. And yeah, I don't know. I've been super stupidly excited since the first time they announced announced the game, because it just looked so good. No one was expecting it, and I think it's still something where I'm just like hyped.
All right, and
then they closed out the show with
L, man, fat ass L, man. Like, why would you close out? I'm tired of y'all closing out with COD, man.
Should have closed it out with fucking
COD,
Fable.
I'm somewhat interested in playing. I probably will check this out later this year. Maybe get it on the sale. If it don't sell well, it'll be on sale by Black Friday. Or Christmas, my birthday, any of those dates.
Yeah,
this look all right.
Yeah, they did.
I hated that they closed the show with this.
I agree. We didn't get any update on Blade, but I think that's next year. I know there's some discourse online about it, and maybe potentially it might show up at a later showcase later on in the year. But I actually think they should just leave it, show it at next year's showcase instead, and give them more time. Like, I don't think we need to hear about Blade this year, because there's just so much releasing and everything else is happening, and I think it will just get sort of caught up and lost in amongst it. So I don't think it's ready to release anytime soon. Because we only
Yeah,
got
man.
the announcement about it, 18 months, a year and a half ago? I feel like we got.
Hopefully we see something soon.
I think next year.
Wait for it.
I think next year, once it's had a good 2.5 years in development at least. Well, it's probably already 3 years by that point, or maybe longer. But I feel like that's since it'll be 2 years, 2.5 years since they first announced it, and I think that's a good time to go. Here it is, but we might get something later on in the year. There is rumblings of that, Nero. Was there
Yeah,
anything
but
else?
I hate that they ended with COD. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good show, as I did with all the other shows. And
Yeah.
next, we got the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, we did. And we already talked about Gears at the beginning, and just talked about the in showcase
Gears look fantastic.
after it. So I'm just going to throw us over to here instead, because I before I do though and get over this, I know we gave ratings for the PlayStation 1, which I think I gave it an 8. I can't remember if I gave a rating for Summer Game Fest, which was probably an 8.5 or 9. And then I think this was also very on par with the Summer Game Fest show for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a solid 8.
Yeah. I think this was about 8.5. 8.5, yeah. I think if I'm going to say that. It would have been at least if Fable was not being delayed to February, which we already knew about. But maybe even if there was another game announced in regards to being exclusive, because they are a platform and you need some reason to purchase that platform, and the only way to do that is exclusives. Yes, we want everyone to have games and people to play them everywhere, preference, but the reality of the world is that's not what we're living in. Everyone is still focused on exclusive
Yeah, make them
content.
exclusive.
Exclusive
Everybody
content.
want to play everything. They would be where the game's at, man. Everybody's adults. Everybody, we get it, But hey,
Yeah.
figure it out, man.
All right,
You
well,
want to play Gears, get an Xbox. You want to play Zelda, guess what? Get a Switch. Pal.
yeah, 100 fucking.
It is what it is. Save me the tears. It's competition. We need it.
I was just going to add, well, we're going to jump over to the Nintendo showcase, because we both own Nintendos, and it's nice that I'm able to talk about Nintendo more with you, Nero, because of that reason, around that. But obviously, spoiler, we'll get to that around what the show was. Yeah, let's scroll down. So I thought Nintendo Showcase wasn't too bad. There were plenty of games in there that I didn't care about. I think the reason why I didn't think it was too bad was just because of the final announcement at the end of the show. Because if you know me, I'm a massive Legend of Zelda fan. But do you want to talk about
Is this the first game?
Rhythm Heaven Groove? Yes.
Okay, we can go through some of these quick because we don't got to draw on some of them. I think Rhythm Groove for the people that like that. Have you played that? Because I know they got other entries and stuff like that.
Nope. I'm not a rhythm game fan that much because I have no rhythm. No, I'm kidding. I'm just not very good at them. Probably because I have no.
Shout out to this. It looked cool. If I ever see it on sale or something, it might be cool to play with my lady, play with our daughter. Rhythm game. My nieces and nephews like music and stuff like that. So that's what I do. Like about Nintendo, they got these kind of family-friendly games and stuff like that. You won't really often get. Haven't really seen too many of these shown at the other showcases. So this is cool. Not nothing I'm really excited about to play. Right away or dwell on
Yeah.
too much.
I think what I liked about Nintendo Showcase was just a lot of these games finally coming to Nintendo. Even if they're a little bit late, it's just nice to see them getting that additional support. And part of it will be hardware being a factor, and a more powerful system makes it easier for them to port these games. Because devs, we have seen time and time again, are not the best at optimizing games. Or releasing them
That's the only reason I
optimized.
said we'll kind of breeze through some of them because a lot of the cool stuff was just kind of like letting the third party ports be known and shown. And I can't downplay that enough. That is huge. Even though I can play a lot of these games on my PS5 Pro where they'll run better at, I still might choose to pick these up on the Switch too if I want it for the conveniency, if I want to, play it while I'm watching TV or something like that instead of having to be locked to the confines of sitting at my desk or sitting at my gaming setup. So, that's dope to see a lot of these games, like Panda mentioned, getting support and coming to the Switch too. And
Yep.
Looking pretty good too on the trailers and some of the demos that have been shown.
Mm.
Onimusha, I played the demo. If you haven't played the demo, I recommend playing it. It's on the PS5 and the Xbox. It should be a demo maybe on the Switch too. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a demo on both of the main consoles. It's about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of gameplay. I'm really enjoying it, man. Capcom is on a killer freaking run right now, man. It is
Yeah,
awesome,
Capcom's insane. I will just
awesome
add
run right now.
optional motion controls in this game for the Switch 2 version, which I think is interesting. I don't think I'd ever play it like that, but like that's an option. You'll be able to test it out. Okay,
Yep.
all right. Other than the other highlight, this was my other highlight of the show.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This-
Capcom once again. Just cooking.
Motherfuckers. Yes, I'm so happy. So, I have been talking incessantly about how I wanted like something like the Dark Arisen thing that they had in the first game, how I wanted them to fix New Game Plus, which I hope they eventually do. And I think you don't even need to go into New Game Plus at that point because you'll have this new DLC. So they announced Dragon's Dogma 2 coming to the Switch 2, and at the same time they announced a confirmed DLC. So that's where the Dark Arisen comes in, which is very reminiscent of the first Dragon's Dogma game, and then when they released Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen with this additional content pack. And I can tell you right now, if you've played Dragon's Dogma and then you played Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, the DLC, regardless of how OP you were at the end of the game that you played, when you jumped in and played the DLC, they humbled you to death. You were nothing. You were so weak comparatively. It was like replaying, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. It was like going in and sort of starting from the beginning in the game and playing it again.
Difficulty curve.
Yeah, the difficulty was so much higher because the enemies were so more powerful. So you had to get new equipment from where you were playing in the world with that was way more powerful than the equipment that you had before. And that's what you want from a DLC. Like, you're OP by the time you finish a game usually, and you want the DLC to make you go, oh, I still have work to do. And that's what that did. And so that is my excitement and hype for this DLC, because it's coming out in October. It's coming out everywhere, and there are some quality of life updates happening. Like, they just released one, I think it was like 1.1 gig update to make some quality of life improvements, and there's another bigger update coming, like, is it July? I'm trying to remember when the next big update is coming. But there's another big update coming before the game releases with the new DLC in October, and I've been wanting Capcom to do something with Dragon's Dogma. It makes sense now why they hadn't. They were waiting to deliver the Switch 2 version at the same time that they deliver the DLC.
Yeah, I'm really happy. And of all places where it showed up at the Nintendo Direct, this is why, I really enjoyed all the shows, because every show got something I was happy about. I like the new snowy region that they showed, man. Like I said, I'm back in there. I re-downloaded it, because it was one of the first games I bought on my PS5 Pro, because I wanted to see how improved it could be, because it could run rough and look rough around the edges on base consoles.
And we talked
So,
about this game
I'm-
at nauseum, because you know how much I love this game.
Really good game, man. Some of the best combat out there, man. So yeah, shout out to Dragon's Dogma, man. Shout out to his fans for waiting patiently, man. And shout out to the next game as well, man. Shout out to Stellar Blade, no longer only on PC and PlayStation, coming over to the Switch.
Oh, thank you for the
Hey,
sub.
appreciate the sub,
Thank you
man.
for the
Appreciate the
sub,
sub.
man. Love it. Oh, sorry, you.
Yeah, man. But Stellar Blade, man, I really enjoyed this game, man. Definitely be nice. Panda, you got to get a Switch too, man, because PlayStation, like I said, they're losing that.
I'm
that
getting
Eastern
one.
support.
I'm just waiting for one announcement before I get one. And I think I'm going to get screwed by what I'm waiting for. I think I'm going to
You
get
waiting for
screwed over.
the collector's edition for the
I'm
Zelda
waiting
one,
for
right?
the one that I think they're going to announce for the Ocarina of Time release.
Yep.
That's what I'm waiting for. I think they're going to do a Legend of Zelda Switch 2. And I'm waiting for that. Because I
As you
have,
should.
corporate slave and all.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
just a massive Legend of Zelda fan, and that IP will get me to buy anything day one. anything day one if they announce fucking Legend of Zelda, and they're like, "Hey, we have this new Nintendo Switch." I'll be like, "They're day one." That is me. Legend of Zelda, me. That's the same with Mass Effect. Mass Effect IP, I will buy stuff day one for Mass Effect because I love it so much. And Dragon's Dogma, yeah, I will be there.
Love
day
to see
one.
it, man. Can't wait to have you here, man. I need some Mario Kart friends. I need
Yes.
some, you know.
Yes.
Might even have to pick up Mario Tennis if we can get it cheap.
Ooh.
Get it cheap on the third party sale, you know. Get out there.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, man. Stellar Blade, man. Dope game. Yeah.
I'm glad it's coming there.
Orbitos looks amazing. And I don't have anybody to play this with. I don't have too many Switch friends, if you guys haven't noticed. Switch 2 friends. I got friends, but they haven't gotten to the Switch 2 just yet.
I haven't got to the Switch 2 yet. I'm sorry, Nero. It's my fault.
We're
friends.
It's not only you. It's not only you, Reese. I'm trying to tell Reese to go ahead and get one. I got a couple homies in real life that's like, I'm gonna get one. But this game looks so freaking good. I wish they had an option to let the AI play for the people like me who don't have friends or people around to play with right away.
I would
This
agree.
game
I
looks
think a lot of
got a Switch 2.
co-op games need that.
You got friends, get this.
Yes, what? Now this makes more sense about this version, because I think the original game was fantastic and I didn't think it needed a remaster. So they've retold it to put the version on Nintendo Switch 2 as well. And then that is why everyone else is getting another version of it, because you're going to get the definitive version of the game now. If you have not played Rayman Legends, because you do not own anything that has had it on it, if you own a Nintendo Switch 2, highly recommend picking up this game. Can't stress this enough. It's there's so much chaos when you're playing with your friends. It came out on the Wii U. There you go. There's so much fun around the music in it as well. Like when you go through the stages, like the very end stages, like this music level, and everything you do, you play the music of this. I can't describe how much fun I've had playing this title. And you can switch between different characters. You unlock different characters or variations of those characters, and so you can choose which character you want to play. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Nero, have you played this?
No, I don't believe I have.
You will enjoy it. It's a really fun game to play with other people. It's chaos when you're playing with 4 people though. But it's a hell of a lot of fun. I've laughed so much playing this game. It's a lot of fun, and that's what you want in a game like this, a co-op game.
Definitely what you want.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know why, but Big Walk is not available on here. I really don't remember what this one was about. Actually, I'll be real honest.
Yeah, I don't think I do either, so we can.
One Piece, cooking sim.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
It's a good IP though. I like One Piece. Have you picked this up yet?
No, I got once I get through ZA because first of all, I haven't went into the games I was playing this week because we got so much news to talk about. But Pokemon Legends ZA has been like mad freaking fun. I think on the Switch 2, it's actually serviceable visually. I don't think it's as horrible as people online make it seem, especially for it to be an early cross-gen Switch game. But I'm loving this live action Pokemon combat, man. I'm enjoying learning and evolving and just understanding the universe and how everything works. Everyone wants to battle in this city, and it's just really fun. But Pokopia, man, is getting some free DLC. I definitely plan to pick this up. I promise I'm going to pick this up soon. I just don't know when, but I'm going to eventually pick it up.
Fire Emblem.
Now, have you ever played Fire Emblem? Because I've been very intrigued since I got my Switch.
I've heard really good things about it. I have not played it. No.
I think I'm gonna pick this up at some point. I definitely want to check this out. Yeah. Fire Emblem looked great. It's a good year for RPGs, man.
Ninjala 2.
This year.
I didn't play the first one. Kudos to it getting a second one. I don't know enough about it. I can't be helpful.
I don't either.
Oh, this
was dope. This kind of like Nintendo testing their own achievement system. I feel like that might be something they got coming soon. I want to do a replay of. I don't know if I'm going in to do any challenges because I've been just wanting to do just a fresh a fresh new save and a replay of DK Bonanza, man. That is
Well, there's Mario content coming through for their 40th birthday. So if you do want to do one, you can. New DLC content available.
I might get around checking it out.
Vampire Survivor style game. Not much to add
Yeah,
there.
this looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not much to do with that.
I thought it looked good. Vampire Survivor game, if you like
I
that.
do like the
type
new
of style
name. They're
gameplay.
calling it Survivor Times.
Yeah. Yeah.
A new name for that genre, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Those
Lords
games
of
are
the
pretty fun.
Lords of the Fallen 2 coming to the Switch 2? Yes.
Yeah, and I think this is really dope
yeah.
because Lords of the Fallen 1 had a really freaking rough launch. And man, it was one of the early UE5 games. It was pretty much a mess on all consoles. But they eventually got it right. They had a bunch of like resets, relaunches, and it's a very smooth and polished game. And to this day, I actually think it's one of the best UE5 games you can go play, especially on base consoles compared to how it was day one to what it became. It's just I just got to tip my hat to them. Now, should it have lunch like that? Hell no. But I do tip my hat to the developers that don't just give up and throw the towel in and be like, oh, well, it is what it is. We got ourselves and we're going to be pussyfooting around. And no, they got straight to it. They continue to work and put out patches. So I'm intrigued by Lords of the Fallen 2. It's really dope that it's coming to the Switch too. I wish a lot of these devs, as a bare minimum, would at least have these games running at like 40 FPS. Especially if you got a VRR display, run at 40 hertz. Cyberpunk does it, and a few other games does it as well.
Yeah.
And in handheld, they could go up to 120. So 40 hertz feels really fucking good, and it feels a lot better than 30. So this get a performance mode at 40. It's not a bad place to play it.
Liza
Liza
P.
P.
Fuck yeah.
Banger. The full game is on the cart. I love this game. I can't recommend it enough. And I did not pick up the DLC yet. So maybe if I can catch this on sale, maybe I'll just rebuy the whole game since it comes with the DLC and everything. This great game.
Devil May Cry 5 Devil Hunter Edition? Everything
Good
coming
to see
the
that
Switch
coming
too.
to the Switch. Yeah, a lot of things coming to the Switch too, man.
Yeah, now that
great
they've got the
game.
power and behind them, they can port a lot more of these games. Like, I still can't believe some of the games they got working on the Switch 1, to be honest. Like, The Witcher 3, fucking Doom 2016.
Yeah, I almost bought Doom, but I was like, they need to give it a Switch 2 patch.
They need to give it a Switch 2 patch. It needs a Switch 2 patch.
1080p or 900p 60 or 1080p 60. I would love that. This looked good. I think I remember what this is. The name was long, so I was like, yeah. I seen the art style for this looked dope. The combat looked cool.
Yeah.
This was another game that's the full game was on the cartridge. So
Game releases earlier. You've got Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2,
hey,
and 3
right here,
two versions.
Panda, you have to pick up one of the first. You have to go through them whenever you get your Switch to Xenoblade Chronicles and playing the first game. It's so fucking good. Like this is really like this might be for me what Zelda is for other people, as far as like just going through the franchises that Nintendo creates and just discovering one that's like, oh, this is gold. And I'm just on the first one, and I own the latest one too. But I want to get one. I want to get 2 and 3. I want to get those physically as I go through them. They are long games. They just really good, man. The cutscenes, the storytelling, the combat, the world building, the music is so fucking good, man. I can't recommend it enough. And I've been playing the Switch 1 version, and I've been not giving a fuck. It was fugly as shit. It was fuzzy. It was thankfully the handheld boost mode for the Switch 2 playing it handheld. It was a lot more serviceable, but playing it dock, man, at low resolution, I didn't care because I cared about the characters, the gameplay, the combat. I didn't care that it was 30 frames. So watching this Nintendo Direct and then they got these updates for all 3 games, I was like, yo, this is fucking awesome. And I immediately spent the $10 on the upgrade. I don't care. I'm part of the problem. I don't give a fuck. Spend your money how you spend it. It's more of a substantial upgrade than what Ghost of fucking Tsushima was for that 10 over there. So I don't care. But this upgrade was huge, man. It's really beautiful. And the Xenoblade Genesis game, I'm so intrigued by this. Like this, the art style is different from what I'm playing now.
Yeah.
And just looked beautiful, man.
You can definitely see
they've
made it for the Switch 2.
For the
Like
Switch 2, yes, man.
Yeah,
Beautiful game, man.
Yeah. Nintendo Sports Resort. I mean,
It's
motion
cool. I don't
control
got much.
game. It's like Wii Sports. If you love those motion control games, you can play it on the Switch. Too. It's got archery, volleyball, bowling, all the classics that you love. Yeah. RuneScape's been everywhere this week, or this last week and a half. It's on every platform, and it's making its way. So jump in. Play some RuneScape if you're a RuneScape fan. Okay, I know that this was Lyric's
really
highlight.
excited
This is
about
what
yes,
Lyric wanted.
yes. This is
Yeah.
This is what made Lyric give this show a 9.
This is what
Brought my
actually
phone.
made him break his computer screen. It wasn't Gears of War going exclusive. It was Hello Kitty Partyland, and he yeeted his laptop when he found out that he was going to be able to play this game.
Yep, easy skip, man. Once my daughter started playing games, I get her a Switch 2 Lite. Hopefully, by time she fully appreciate what's in the palm of her hands, and she can have at it with this fucking
Hello Kitty game? Yeah.
Hello Kitty Party Land. She would love that.
Well, you could just ask Lyric how good the game is and if it's worth getting it for her.
Yeah, Lyric could give me his thoughts and his overall reviews and critiques,
Oh.
as he did with the Barbie game. And Game
Yep.
Galaxy.
Yep. I'm still waiting for him to tell me what My Little Pony's like, but he hasn't got back to me yet. Yeah. Star Fox is a free demo. Have you played the demo, Nero?
No, I already pre-ordered the game, so I do not need or care to have the demo. I am just patiently waiting for the game to come Thursday after next. I have to get through this week, and then the next week it'll be coming. I'm excited for this. I've heard good things. It looks so fucking good.
What I hope this means is I think they're testing the waters because it's a lot cheaper to bring a already established game to life.
Yeah, I want this to do well. I feel like
I want
they
this to
can
do
go on
well
and reboot.
for them to make a whole brand new Star Fox game with a whole new story that no one's played. I think that would be fantastic. But they might go through and do all of the Star Fox games. Who knows? But I hope this does well because Star Fox was always a fun game.
Now, Panda, when you get over here, make sure you support some of these other franchises outside of Zelda. I know you're just a Zelda. You're just a
I'm
Zelda,
a purist.
You know,
All
a
these
Zelda
peasants here.
purist. Just wanna
It's
get out
that and
there
Pokemon,
ignore these
man.
other games.
I'm that person. I just play
definitely
two
get ZA
IPs
so we
and
can
that's
battle.
it. Oh no, I do play Mario and I do play Smash Brothers. So yeah.
I gotta get Smash, but I'm holding
And
out.
Mario Kart.
I'm holding out because I think they might do either Switch 2 upgrade or they're gonna announce a new Smash soon.
They'll
but I
probably
don't want to
announce
wait because
Smash.
I was waiting for the Xenoblade update. Like I could have been one of those guys that waited until just the showcase just now to play it. But I folded a few months back and I ended up having like 22, 23 hours into it before the Switch 2 update. That's how much I was enjoying the game already. So I'm kind of over waiting, man. I'm just, if it's a game that call out to me, man, I'm gonna get in there and, you know.
Yeah.
This looked cool too.
That did look cool. I'm just reading about how it was. The game is an adaptation, but not a port, of the story and world from the first arc of Brave Exvius. I don't know how to say that name. A Final Fantasy themed mobile game that was shuttered last year. So I guess they get to continue the story on, which is kind of nice.
Good, man. I really did like the art style, and they going back to actual turn-based combat. So
I liked this. I liked the fact that this was getting a sequel. It's such a cute game, and I love that game.
nice.
I'm
Not
just a
too familiar
weirdo.
with it, not
This is
have too much
just
to
one of
say.
those games. Like if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. Dragon Monster Quest: The Withered World. This is like Akira Toriyama art style. So anything of that art
Cool. I
style,
liked the art style.
the Dragon Ball Z art style, the Dragon Ball art style. That's what it is, and I love it. I love it because there's Bulma right there as a child, just without the purple hair. Duskbloods. I know you're going to be playing that when that comes out.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I just wish they showed a little more, but
Yeah.
I trust Roseau, so hey, let them cook, man. It's my saying. I don't. Hey, I'll
Yeah.
be there. Day one.
Splatoon
Full
Raiders,
game is on the cartridge.
single player
day one for
game.
this too.
Yep, it looked really good. I like Splatoon, so I'm excited to check this one out as well. Yeah, I know we've been going for almost like we've been talking for a while, so I'm trying to get us moving along a little bit. Yeah. We've still got some quick topic news to talk about. Yes, thank you. Deltarune, I like the look of this, and I think it will be something that I want to jump in and play when I get my Switch 2.
Yeah, I have to check it out.
Metaphor ReFantazio.
That's dope. I gotta finish it. I got it on the PS5 Pro.
Coming to the Switch 2.
Dope game. Yep.
All these great games are coming over to the Switch 2, and I think it's so nice. Minecraft version is coming to Switch 2. Like, they're bringing Minecraft to the Switch 2.
It's dope for those who, you know.
It says save content from the Switch version and of Minecraft will work with the Switch 2 version. So anything that you've got saved as content will work on your new one. So that's fantastic news. That's what you want to hear. There was a sizzle reel. I can't remember all the games there. I feel like it's popped it in. There's a lot.
I know one that stuck out was Space Marines. That was really dope.
Rise of the Tomb Raider coming. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider is actually there now.
All of these cool games coming. Kingdom Hearts 4 and Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3 wasn't. So Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3, the Switch 2 version was announced. So, and then after that, they announced the Kingdom Hearts 4 game. And if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you would be hyped, in my opinion, and excited for this.
Yeah, I need to check these out when they do come because I never play any.
You haven't played them?
Games.
I feel like Kingdom Hearts was on PlayStation 2. Yeah, and so...
Yeah, I might have tried them, but I don't think I ever beat and fully sat through any of them, so...
Well, yeah, go play them, and then Kingdom Hearts 4. I was super happy to hear that they're doing a fourth game.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Any game that come from Japan just feels so much better to play on the Switch. Sorry, Sony. Y'all kind of...
We don't have a release date, but I also think as a result of this, the fact that it's coming alongside the other platforms means that because of the power that it has, they can easily deliver this game with the other versions at the same time instead of having these massive delays, because the Switch 2 is a lot more accessible to a lot more developers now as a result. So pretty happy with that. The other highlight of my show, because the first highlight of the show was the Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen announcement. This was the other highlight. I will say, though, as a highlight, it still disappointed me. Because there was nothing else other than 2026. You saw them talking out loud over, like there was the narration.
That's all you need with a company like Nintendo.
I know. Well, it's already okay. To be fair,
I know you're traumatized with Xbox throwing dates and pushing.
It's an already established title. It is the highest rated game on Metacritic, and so it stands like if you're a gamer, you know of this game, and so I guess they didn't need to do anything because they knew exactly what it was going to do. But me, I wanted to see more just because I grew up.
Sit back, Panda. It'll be in your hands real soon.
It will be.
I like Fable. This
I'm getting this before I'm getting Fable.
They're not scared of GTA.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to
got
be.
The balls of steel.
This franchise stands at its own fucking two legs all the time. It carries, man.
You might get 298 and up Metacritic games.
Would be funny if its own remake one-upped the original title. No. I really want to see what they've done with it because I want to know how far they've gone with this remake. Knowing that it's got the power of the Switch 2 behind it. It's such a it's such a beloved story, and we got to see a glimpse of Link's character sleeping, which is right before he wakes up, and you start the game in Kokori, the Kokori village. Yeah, my brain's dead. And so I bought a Nintendo. Nintendo 3DS, the Zelda version, for the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time when they slightly improved some of the visuals and made some quality of life improvements and things like that. But I'm so excited for this. I think that we're going to see it shortly again. There's going to be a dedicated Nintendo Direct.
And they barely showed anything.
I'm gonna murder
Thank
you,
you,
Nero.
Nintendo,
I'm gonna murder you, Nero, in a moment. I'm gonna murder you.
Xenoblade Chronicles and Ocarina of Time. Thank you, Nintendo, for delivering good quality RPGs. I'm so tired of all these Western slop, watered down bullshit, super strong person or whatever the fuck is going on. RPGs, the writing is horrible. I'm replaying Starfield. I'm not gonna slander it too much, but that writing in some of them quest lines, I'm like, snooze fucking fest. All right. Shout out to fucking Zelda, making you use your brain even a little bit. Like, and I don't know, people say Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is watered down, but at least them puzzles still make you think. I didn't have to think at all, not once, in Fallout 4 or Starfield. This might just be a Bethesda slender area, but shout out to Nintendo holding it down, man.
Yeah. The stuff that they put into this game. The first 3D Zelda game, by the way. I think that we're going to get a dedicated Nintendo Direct just on this game, where they're going to announce a Switch 2 Anniversary Edition for this game. And then we're going to get the date. And then I will spontaneously combust into a flame because I will be so happy.
Visually, I think it looked like better. The close-up of Link in that bed looked at more detail than the close-ups I've been seeing of Wolverine. And this is just coming from somebody that's going to be playing and supporting all of these games day one. So you guys can take your console war elsewhere, okay? Guess what? E-Day going to be day one. Wolverine, day one. This Zelda going to be day one. I'm just saying, from someone that's going to support all of these studios, hey, them Link details, I said, wow. I said, look at that fabric. I said, look at them details. I said the same thing about Star Fox, man. Star Fox visually blows Outer Worlds 2 out of the water. Now, different genres, different goals, different things. But it's just the reality. Just the reality of the facts, man. Zelda looks amazing. We finally got Panda coming over. She's gonna
this franchise. If you do not know gaming and you do not respect the Legend of Zelda franchise, this franchise is the reason why Souls games exist. And I think people forget Souls-like games exist because of this franchise. Like, this game introduced you getting your ass handed to you in the sense of you had enemies, like you had your little hearts with your health, and you had enemies who would just like knock so much health off, and it would only take a few blows to kill you. And then, and you had these temples, and you had to really go explore and something. Like it was a time where it could be quite dangerous to go out into the world, especially at night, and those sort of things in this game. And the person who developed the Souls-like genre was inspired by the Legend of Zelda games, and so I'm so excited to have this back because the music, and I think that's the most thing. The music in this game is so iconic. You could just hear little pieces, and I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was just, that's Saria's song. And like,
I think there's going to be a whole lot of new generations that's going to be able to try this game and experience it.
The sound of the meadows when you're in the forest and all of this. Like, it was just iconic nostalgia. Like, it's going to sell millions of copies. It's going to be out of stock.
It came out in what, 98, right?
Yeah, something like that. 98 on Metacritic. It's the highest rated game on Metacritic.
I'm saying the year it came out in.
1998? 97 on Metacritic, I think. But 98? 98? We had the gold cartridge at my house on our 64. And we had the Rumble Pack.
This came out the year I was born.
We had the Rumble Pack in there as well. So, we had the expansion card thing and everything because, to experience The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and all its grandeur, you had to have all those different accessories for the Nintendo 64 on one of the most uncomfortable controllers to play on when you would play this game for like 8 hours in a row. It was so uncomfortable to play on for extended periods of time, but the game was so good you just pushed through. You had the gold one too, Reese. Yes, I say weird.
I can't wait for Reese to open his fucking eyes and come home and get a Switch 2. I need all my buddies to come get Switch fucking 2s. I'm lonely on Mario Kart. How much crying out do I have to do? This is a system seller.
This is a system seller. That's all they needed. They want to keep the momentum going. You just gave everyone a reason to. buy a Switch 2.
And I'm not gonna lie, when you guys get here, it's already so many fucking good games just sitting here waiting. Like DK Bonanza for me is generational. That game is freaking amazing.
Spartan.
Hey,
Spartan. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Always
Amazing.
appreciate you.
Fucking amazing. Oh my god. Okay. What are we going to talk about today?
Good showcase overall.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a show. We're going to try and speed through some of our other content because we've been talking for like a while.
Yeah,
We'll almost
Xbox
been
is
going for
looking
2
cooked,
hours.
man. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's end it because Panda getting a bit hungry. I'm getting a bit hungry. Whenever Spartan started giving super chats, that's his way of saying, "All right, guys, it's about that time. Wrap it up." Nah, man, we definitely appreciate you. But yo, man, a lot of Xbox news this week, man. Panda, did you have anything you wanted to bring up?
I will bring it up in 1
on the
minute. I'm just
screen?
going to bring it up on screen. So 1 second. I'm just going to.
So hard to keep up. I've been gaming, guys. Like I've been gaming. I all this ribble rabble, I don't really.
I think it's been interesting. Like we had the Bloomberg interview last week, and then we had another interview with another outlet last week or earlier in the week from Asher talking about this, and then there was that release or memo that went out to Xbox and was put on Xbox Wire, or it was released somehow around what's happening, and so there's a big reset happening in the space over the next 100 days to make the business healthy. And so that's really been the talk at the moment is around that and what that means.
I was right.
Mass layoff?
Selling out, selling your soul, and becoming a cuck ass company was never the proper way to go. Putting your games on a platform where their own games don't sell the way they should, and the attachment rates is kind of mind boggling. Does not make sense.
Yeah.
Phil and Sarah, that money hungry Xbox everywhere bullshit. This is Xbox. I was never with that shit. I called it out on the way. I had to talk some sense into Panda. I said, "Yo, Panda, just come home to Nintendo. I'm going back. I'm packing my bags. I'm heading over there. I see the writing on the wall. And look, we're here. We're gonna be drifting around in Mario Kart in a few months. All right, she's here. But listen, man. It just goes to show everything that profit margin at 3%. Like Xbox is better off putting their money in a bank and maybe getting 4% some interest on all the money they invested in Xbox. Like this is catastrophic. They lost millions of subscribers with the Game Pass price increase. They literally priced out the thing they set out to do, which was to make affordable gaming for people. They say they're losing hundreds of dollars on each Series X and S sold. I don't understand how you don't, when it comes to making consoles and making mass consoles by the millions and stuff like that, the big thing you want to do is be efficient. And that's for the consumer and that's for the builder as well. So even with Project Helix, they're having to make some changes with Project Helix because she don't want it to be $1,000. My thing with Project Helix is we don't need it to be the most powerful thing ever. Just make it efficient, make it affordable, give it the bells and whistles that's going to be actually utilized. Just needs to work and play
my games at a better resolution, better performance.
That's it. Because $1,000 console, that shit don't make sense. I don't agree with the PS5 Pro being $1,000. I got mine for $700. Everybody looked at me crazy when I got it for $700. I seen the potential. I trust Mark Cerny. Mark Cerny be cooking. There's certain people that make certain hardware that I be like, all right, I can take it. I can take a leap for faith. PSSR 2.0 has been great for my $700. It's been fantastic. All right, now that's $900 shit, that $850, that $750, all that other shit. I don't agree with that, but it's the signs of the times, man. You got to get these consoles nowadays. Being an early adopter is better. Like even with the Switch 2, man. If you can afford to get the Switch 2 now, if you're not like Panda, she's waiting for a special edition because Zelda is near and dear to her heart. So if she can get a Switch 2, that's engraved.
You know what? They'll probably rip me off, and it'll be announced after the price increase, and I'll be paying like an arm and a leg for it. But that's on me.
I'm gonna be honest. If anybody came up to me and asked what console should they get in 2020, and like right now, I'm gonna tell them it's either you're gonna go. First of all, get a Switch 2. I think a Switch 2 is the most bang for your buck right now. Even after it go up to $500, that is a very dope console, dock in and handheld. from somebody that has played everything from the base PS5 to the Series S to the X. I've made them all. I've played them all, even to the Pro. The Switch 2 is very fucking impressive and is a very capable
Portability
machine.
of it is
After
just
that,
amazing.
if you're not doing that, if you're not going to do that, you should wait till next year. And if you're not going to wait till next year, you need to go all out and get a PS5 Pro. You need to go ahead and pay the $900 and just rip the Band-Aid off. I don't recommend spending $700 on the Series X. I don't recommend spending $600, $700 on the base PS5. I just don't. It's either PS5 Pro or Switch 2 or bust. Because them the only consoles that got somewhat new technology. DLS is new technology for Nintendo and for the console market in general. PSSR 2 is on par with FSR 4, and DLS, not the latest one they showed with the AI slot filters and shit, but it's a really impressive upscaler compared to what's on the base PS5. So get those. If not, man, these consoles, man, it's tough. It sucks to see Xbox, and they also said they can't make enough consoles for the demand.
Yeah,
which for me, I wasn't.
that.
When I seen that, it was disappointing because, like I
sounds like
said,
they
you
were
didn't really
winding
build
things
these
down
consoles
or
too.
didn't-
Yeah, they pretty much gave up. It lets me know that when Cuck Spencer, all right, because I'm done with him, right. And Sarah Bonds, when they did this Xbox Everywhere and put the games on PlayStation and we coming to you, it pretty much let me know they gave up on Xbox. They gave up on this gen. And to me, that's unfortunate because the Series X and S is very impressive pieces of hardware. Despite the shortcomings of the first-party incompetent devs, Bethesda, Ninja Theory, despite their incompetence and being locked to 30 FPS, they won. These consoles are impressive as fuck. The quick resume is impressive. The auto HDR, the FPS boost. The Series X and S had a good floor and a good foundation to build upon. Sadly, they want to build everywhere but the fucking console. If you build upon Xbox, like the simple things Asher doing, those easy layup wins with improving the achievement system, that should have been done a year into the Series X and S life cycle. The things like quick resume being improved and you can pick a game to not have quick resume support, that should have been coming 2-3 months
Agreed.
out after the game launched.
Agreed.
We shouldn't be getting this shit when a new console is on the horizon. So Xbox has been bleeding money, man. They have made a lot of dumb decisions.
They have.
I'm not going to be one of them guys that gloom and doom. I have my Series X. I never sold it. I never got rid of it. Do I sub the Game Pass consistently? No. I subbed to this month. I mean, in May, I played the hell out of Forza. I got like 40 hours in it. I made it to Legend Island, and I said, hey, when the disc come, I'll buy it on my Pro. It's full cross support, cross upgrade. So when E-Day come, I either buy E-Day or I just subscribe to Game Pass. There's plenty of value in there, but the way I consume games is different. I don't like renting my games and being against a timer, knowing another big amount, $25 is going to leave my account. No, I'd rather just buy Hades on sale, Hades 2, for $17 like I did on the Switch 2, and have 85 hours in there on my own time. So, as far as the big changes, it's disappointing because I don't want to see any of these creative studios go. The only reason I champion Xbox buying studios is because I want you guys to give them that creative freedom and that financial backing from Microsoft. You should care about this division that is Xbox. And if you're not going to care about that division, then stop leading the fans on. Xbox fans, you guys can put on this front like everything is sunny in Philadelphia, but as a diehard Xbox fan and lifetime supporter, it's frustrating seeing the pivot after pivot, the change after change, the palm, the fist palm into the head, time after time after time. I don't want to see any of my studios like Compulsion go or anybody go, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody get on the chopping block. You got, I don't know. These guys need to get serious. It's the mass layoffs and shit like that, and it's like, okay, if this was a one-time thing, cool, but we've been watching mass layoffs from everywhere.
I mean, it's nice to see that a change in leadership has really put a fire under some of these initiatives that should have been released years ago, as you were saying. And she's really coming in here to understand the business and figure out why it wasn't healthy. And she's been making changes in that space so it can get healthy. And they're being very candid with the rest of the company going, there's going to be changes so we are in a healthy space.
I got a hot take. Yep. People going to disagree with me. People going to call me weird. People going to call me whatever they want to call me. But to hell with them, because unlike a lot of you fuck people, you fuck boys and you fuck girls out here, you frauds. Some of us was fans of Xbox long before that fucking subscription that's called Game Pass popped up.
Yep.
Some of us understand that Halo was a historically great selling franchise way before it went to PC way before Game Pass, way before all these dumbass modern talking points that you idiots have been brainwashed with. All right, some of us love the brand more than that fucking rental subscription service. If you're delivering great games, they're gonna fucking sell. Forza has sold 6 million copies despite being in Game Pass.
Yep.
I would be okay if they didn't put Forza in Game Pass. If it had to come 6 months later, if you have to stop the day and date games because these games is costing more than ever, then so be it. Reevaluate how you do Game Pass. I would rather them do that than just get rid of a bunch of talent. Now the people that need to go, but they have been trimming and cutting and trimming and cutting and trimming and cutting all gen.
Yes,
I'm tired of seeing devs and studios close all around. It's stupid everywhere. And nobody does it more than PlayStation and Xbox. You rarely see Nintendo closing studios. If anything, you see them giving raises and shit like that. That's some type of shit I want to support. The devs being uplifted. You guys complain about paying the extra 10 for Mario Kart, but them devs over there is living comfortably and they got good benefits, they got good care. Over here in the USA and even around the globe,
You're only as good as your last game.
You're only good as your last game. No matter how historically great you are, we could potentially see Arcane get chopped because they haven't did anything good recently.
One of the Arcane studios did go.
Yeah, one of the Arcane studios did go. So before they do that, I'd rather them just reevaluate Game Pass. I have no problems with buying a Gears of War E8 if I have to. I know some people won't, but if you won't, then hey, just wait the 6 months and sell. You know,
I don't think it's
if these
important.
games have to sell because they have to start making a profit somewhere. And when you lose millions of Game Pass subscribers, this is millions. This is not some Bloomberg report.
Yeah.
This is not the rumors from IGN. This is coming
Reality.
from Microsoft and Xbox themselves. They lost millions when they did that dumbass $10 price increase. That is the most. They lost me, and I've been subbed to Game Pass and stacked up for years. And at $20, yes, it was tough, but it's like, okay, I can still deal with that. You guys jumped up to 30. Have you lost your fucking mind? And you forced this dumbass Fortnite slop. Sorry, B More, if you're listening. You forced this Fortnite slop down people's throats and shit like that we don't want. Even now, with Game Pass losing Call of Duty, it's like, okay, you gave us 2 bullshit CODs. I'm sorry for people that like COD. Black Slop 7 was fucking ass. It was a financial flop. It was a critical flop. It was amongst the community. It was a flop. It was ass. A waste of money. And now we got Modern Warfare 4 looking dope as fuck, looking like the most intriguing COD since the acquisition. And guess what? It's not in Game Pass.
Do you know why?
Because
only Game Pass fodder is in Game Pass, and now that COD's not in Game Pass, the game's going to be good.
They might be on to something because a lot of these studios been putting out fodder. Starfield, I love Starfield. It's one of my favorite games, but with the writing is fodder. Outer Worlds 2, I'm on record for saying that shit is ass. Redfall is fodder. Avowed, I enjoyed Avowed, man, but that shit is very handholdy and restricted. You know, no relation. You got a companion that do nothing but flirts all fucking day. You can't romance him. You got Garrus as a companion. You can't romance him. Yeah, it was really surface level. It was whimsical as fuck. So, you know, and shout out to Spartan. Yeah, I don't want to pay EA Play or Fortnite in his subscription. We should have that freedom. We should have that choice. General Spartan, I had some good times on Black Ops 7, man. I'm not, but Modern Warfare 7 looks fucking. I mean, not 7, but Modern Warfare 4 looks really fucking good.
Now there's the rumor that Microsoft may look at potentially spinning Xbox out as a subsidiary. Which would mean it easier if anyone wanted to purchase them, but like, what?
I mean, I think at this point, I think they should. I think they should, and this is gonna be a hot take. Microsoft ain't shit, and anybody saying that Microsoft ain't shit. And Lyric, oh shut up, Lyric. I can hear you. I can hear your AI voice through the phone now. Microsoft ain't shit. As long as Microsoft is the parent company, we can all say Sony isn't shit, whatever. We can say Nintendo isn't shit, whatever. But what they do care about is gaming. They do it in their actions and generation, time after time after time after again, despite their mishaps, despite their fumbles. Microsoft as a parent company, let me tell you what, Satya is the devil. Satya is an Indian devil. Devils come in all forms, all races, black devils, white devils. Satya is Satan himself when it comes to gaming. Let me tell you why. Microsoft is just as responsible for this fucking crisis with the RAM. They invested in AI more than Sony and Nintendo combined. Microsoft did, right? And then they turn around and play victim saying they can't get the parts for Xbox Series consoles. You motherfuckers is the reason why. You guys chase AI just as much as anybody else. Asher Sharma, you come from being one of the lead CEOs of AI. This is your background. So you guys are responsible for the predicament that you guys are in now. But you want the Xbox fans and everyone else to feel sad and feel you guys are a $4 trillion company. I'm not feeling bad for you guys, man. Like, if you ask me, eat up all the losses from Xbox. The fucking Microsoft, you're not doing nothing else. Like, goddamn, you're not doing nothing else but buying shit and laying people off. Mm-hmm. But guess what? Satya still is eating good. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how the fuck Matt Booty still got a job. I don't understand. Yeah, Amy Hood need to go. Amy Hood, Satya, they all, I would never trust them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like Xbox to become its own independent thing, man. I don't know. I don't know how it would all go. But the route they going now, man, like I said, they would make more money putting their money in a bank and just letting it sit with interest than they did from the Xbox gaming division. Like a 3% profit rate margin is fucking embarrassing. That goes to show you guys are just bleeding money. And the sad part about it is you guys sold out your identity to bleed this money. You put Halo and these games on opposite platforms saying, fuck your fans. You gave us all the biggest middle finger. Now, you guys that Cap and Coon for Game Pass is cool because, like I said, you guys are Game Pass Xbox fans. You're not core Xbox fans. You wasn't here during the super sweaty, competitive Halo and Gears era during the 360 and the original Xbox. Like, you got these people wasn't around for that type of shit. So they're just Game Pass fodder consumers. They don't even knock out the games that's in there. So I'm not talking to them. But you gave a middle finger to all your hardcore fans who know how important the pillars like Forza, Halo, and Gears was. And not only are you giving them games away, you saying fuck those studios at the same time. Turn 10 should not be gutted. Turn 10 should not be just a support studio for Forza going forward. That is so disrespectful. Turn 10 is a historically great studio. Every Forza Motorsport has been a great entry. You can say the latest one wasn't as clean and sharp as it could. Okay, so what? One game out of 6 or 7 great entries mean the studio get gutted and just left on a... Like, how can you as an Xbox fan feel any confidence in this? All of your favorite games... I love South of Midnight. Compulsion could possibly not be here in the next 100 days. How can you guys sit here? You know, I feel comfortable because, you know, I was talking to the homies about this, and people can call me whatever they want. I'm a gamer, first and foremost, and I game where I feel comfortable at. I love the Metroid Prime series. The Metroid Prime series in PlayStation and Xbox eyes would be a flop if it was their IP. Metroid Prime haven't sold 1 million copies on the Switch 2 yet or on the Switch 1. But combined, they have. The highest selling Metroid game is, I think, like Metroid Dread at like 4 million. Come on, man. Sony would have been gave up on that IP. Xbox would give up on that IP. But no, you see Nintendo saying, no, we're going to respect those 3-4 million Metroid fans that go buy our amiibos, that buy our books. I got one of their books right over here. I got one of their amiibos. I fuck with that. But you cater to those people. Every game is not going to sell millions and millions and millions. You can't drop a keeper and expect it to go move the needle. But you give these diverse, dope games for these niche audiences, and that's what's important because you built a portfolio. You can't build a portfolio wanting to just keep chasing the same dull shit. Be different. Be unique. Figure it out.
Okay, we're just going to quickly run through some quick topics and then we're going to close out the show. It has been a fantastic show. As usual, we always have fun and enjoy talking about video games and engaging with the chat. So love all of you. Because PlayStation gave up on a massive chunk of its IP. Nintendo's bringing back Star Fox. Yes, PlayStation is sitting on a shit ton of IP and they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah,
and
it's ridiculous. That's why I hate when people try to put these labels on me. Like, bro, PlayStation is. I've been saying it for weeks, man. They have it not on the pod. PlayStation is getting belt ass by Nintendo in Japan. They lost their home front. You can brag about them selling well in Europe. You can brag about them selling well in America. But
Nintendo is Japan's home front as well when you think about it. Because
that's what I'm saying. Nintendo is whooping their ass.
Yeah.
You know, people always want to point out Microsoft and what Xbox is doing. Like, no, you have competition here. Nintendo in 1 year put out 11 new games for the Switch 2. Meanwhile, PlayStation over here, you got Yote and you got a bullshit God of War Sparta spinoff game that reviewed like shit. I picked it up because it was on sale over the last week, and I'm gonna play it soon for myself because I believe in judging myself. But that game reviewed like shit. It's like a 60 Metacritic.
Yeah.
And then you putting out Wolverine and you putting out Saros, which I enjoy. That's it. Meanwhile, PlayStation got those same 3 games I named from Sony. Nintendo is doing that back to back to back. You got Yoshi in May. You got Star Fox next month in July. No, this month actually. I'm sorry. You got Star Fox in June, and then in July you got Splatoon Raiders. Now that's not including Fire Emblem that's coming in September. That's not including Ocarina. That's not including the Switch 2 updates that's been coming. Like, come on, man. PlayStation need to figure it out just as much as Xbox need to figure it out. It's just prettier for them because they're not as fucking stupid as Xbox. Xbox and Microsoft is fucking.
Well, hopefully now we've got a lot more competent people running the show.
Hopefully, like I said, I'm rooting because guess what? People can think I'm being harsh on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever. Guess what? It's not a game that I miss. It's not an Xbox game that I've seen that since I made the Switch and PlayStation Pro my main platforms. It's not an Xbox game that came out that I haven't played. And that's not going to discontinue. Guess what? They not coming to the PlayStation 5 Pro. Guess what? Nero's still going to be playing it in October. I don't give a fuck. I go where the games are at. That's why I preach Xbox being exclusive. You know, you good. PlayStation need to get it together for sure. A lot of great IPs they just sitting there.
100%. And even Xbox has some through their Activision deal that they should be doing something with. We got Super Mario Galaxy movie that has grossed over $1 billion at the global box office. So well done to them to hit $1 billion. That's insane. The first one grossed over $2 billion, so it's trailing, but it's fucking a massive success, man. That's insane. $1 billion. Holy crap. I don't have anything to add to that. I actually have got on my list to watch. I've got to go watch
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I went with the lady and the baby girl, and we enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed the first movie a little more, just because the Princess Peach song, like my daughter, she loves singing that shit. That's like one of her favorite songs. That's what made her a fan of Mario, the Mario universe. Was that Peaches. That song alone make the first movie better.
Yeah,
but it was a really good movie. I don't understand what people was expecting for it, but it's good to see
Hi, tell us, Ray.
Being really successful.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
Thank you for saying thank you to Spartan for gifting you that membership.
Yes, man. Spartan always coming through, man.
Always coming through. 007 First Light has hit 3 million sales.
Masterpiece.
So fantastic. It's doing really, really well, and I hope the momentum continues because it looks like a fucking good game, and I want to pick it up at some point.
It is a really good fucking game. As soon as you see it on sale, Panda, I can't recommend it enough. Everybody that's listening right now, Spartan, man, if you can, treat yourself because you've been blessing us all year. We really appreciate your support. If you into type of action games, man, if you into, some Uncharted style combat and shit like that, man, this is the best game since Uncharted 4, in my humble opinion. Yeah. I like it more than, like, I'm not a huge Hitman fan, but I really appreciate what IO Interactive does with that series and that franchise. But 007, man, is just amazing, man. I think I'm on chapter 8. It's 10 chapters. It's a lot of depth into the stories, man. Like Greenway, man, oh my God. The game is just so good, man. The game is really good. I can't recommend it enough, man. What did they think with that?
I really want to pick it up. I've heard such good things, and I'm a big 007 fan. And I think the last one I actually enjoyed playing was GoldenEye, and that goes to show you that they haven't really done a 007 game justice in a very long time. So I'm really glad that it's doing really, really well.
I think GoldenEye last year, I really enjoyed playing.
Kronos, the New Dawn Lazarus story DLC has been announced, so that's coming to all platforms, and that is coming out in fall of 2026, so later this year. Probably spring banger. My time. It'll be spring my time.
Play that. I know Panda don't like horror games, so I'm talking.
I ain't touching it.
Please give Kronos a chance, man. It is a really good game. If you like Dead Space, you would really like Kronos, man. It's not the same. Obviously, it's different, but just that atmosphere, the setting, the lore that you find throughout the game, the combat. Yo, come on, BTA. You know what the fuck going on. He said fire-ass game because he know it's a fire game. I got to go back and do my hard New Game Plus playthrough. I started it. But with this, I was hoping they get... First of all, shout out the Bloober team, dude.
Yes, they're killing it, man.
Cooking. They announced like 2-3 games over the last week anyway.
They have.
Bloober team has been cooking, man. Just keep up the good work, man. I highly recommend Kronos.
Was there anything else from our list of quick news that you wanted to talk about? I mean, a lot of it we kind of talked about when we were going through the Nintendo Direct.
Nah, man, it's been a good week for gaming, man. I just want everybody to, enjoy your gaming. Don't get caught up too much and worrying about, all these articles and clickbaits and even the news and stuff that's coming out. Even as an Xbox fan, don't get caught. I know it's hard to, but, let Asha do what she do. Don't pay attention. I think they talk too much. I think Xbox talk too much. I don't think you need to go on a podcast. I don't think you need this overwhelming parasocial relationship with the fans. You don't really hear much from Nintendo. Even with PlayStation pulling their games off of PC, PlayStation still haven't came out and put a report out. We had to find that out through leaks from Bloomberg and the rest of Jason Schreiner and them. I think Xbox should be the same way. Whatever you're doing behind the scenes, let it be.
Yeah.
Stop coming out over-explaining because you guys haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
So we don't need to hear you vocally flip-flopping and making the fans further question things. Just be quiet, deliver games, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Put your big boy pants on.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
100%.
I don't want to see Xbox cease to exist.
100%.
But it's been a great show, man.
It has been a good show, and Lyric will hopefully be back next week.
Definitely.
If his laptop screen is fixed. Honestly, I've told him to be more careful when he gets excited about those Hello Kitty games. Like, what a
He just
shame.
started turning up, man. He
Yeah,
can't
man.
control his-
Honestly, he can't control himself around like the Barbie simulator or either like My Little Pony. He loves those games. We will be back next week as per usual. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for being in the chat and engaging with us in chat. We love all of you. And for those
one more rumor I wanted to because we don't know if it's true. They saying that Gears cost $400 million to develop. I don't know how true that is, but let me tell you something like that. I'd rather my $400 million game look like that than whatever the fuck Sony dumped in the Concord.
I was just gonna say.
So I don't give a fuck if they spent $400 million on it. They do need to figure it out. I'm tired of these bloated ass budgets and shit like that because it do put your studio in danger. I think no matter how good you are, when you spend that much, you're only 1 or 2 hits away from season 2 exist. But I mean, come on, man, that game looks fantastic.
That Mina
guys, let's
game.
support it, man.
Is it the Mina game that was done by the guys who did Hollow Knight? Oh, I'm trying to think. The studio devs that did that.
They did another one of them games. I forgot the name.
And that needs to
It was
sell really
really
well. If they don't sell, I think at least maybe 2 million copies. They aren't. Yeah, they need to sell at least 1 million. I know that, but they've only so they need to sell 2 or 3 million copies to really make sure that they stick around and continue developing creating games for people. Gaming is expensive, and people aren't buying games the way they used to.
And
I
that
think
game
that's
was only
indicative
$19, man. That's what I mean. All you ball and gun gamers, man.
It's
Go out there
indicative
and
of
buy
our
Nina,
economy,
man.
though, I think. It's just a flow-on effect. But, like, a game at that price, like, why can't you pick that up? You don't need to pick up a AAA game. Like, unless these AAA games are doing something different with, like, and I think that's my biggest thing and my biggest hope for Xbox is, like, with their AAA titles that they're pumping all this money into, they are delivering polished games that need minimal optimization when they release. And I'm sick of these AAA studios pushing out games before they're ready to be released because they're buggy AF and have game breaking bugs in them. You know, like why? You expect us to pay for this, yet you give us a substandard product and you charge us full price. And then you have the gore to bitch and moan about us demanding better when you should have just given us the bare minimum in the first place, which was not a broken fucking game. That's the reality we're living in. So I hope that moving forward, all of Xbox's games are well optimized before they release for us. Yeah.
I agree. Well, it's been a good episode, people.
All right, we're going to head out.
Ready to eat?
Yeah, it's that time of day. Have a great one, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy gaming, and like we'll catch up with you. If you do want to play online, just reach out. My DMs are open if you message me on Xbox, or if you're following me on Twitter, you can message me there. Yeah. All right, bye everyone.